Robin.
Okay.
But I won't yell. I'm not Alec Baldwin. Yesterday, first of all, I called into Bubba's show because it was his birthday. And Robin called in about 25 minutes into my interview to tell me that I was boring and horrible.
What?
And that I should get off.
I never
Really?
said you should get off.
Well,
A mere 25 minutes in?
well,
I was in the car.
She said it was boring and she was turning
Really?
off.
What?
Bubba was asking me questions. We were talking about various topics, including whether Bubba's son should have piano lessons, because Bubba was worried whether or not it was faggy. And I said, it is so important to offer that to a kid, music
I agree.
lessons. And I talked to him about that. I talked to him about some career stuff.
And there was never a joke cracked. He called in and said, "Happy birthday."
I wasn't looking to crack a joke.
And then went into how horrible broadcasting was in his early career and how he had no life.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
I said I had no life. I said I had a neurotic compulsion. In fact, I've dealt with this in therapy. I said, I think it's strange now that I look back on it. When I got my first job in Detroit, they put me in a hotel.
Do it again.
Well, you know what? People are interested
Robin.
in this.
If you want to call in, Robin.
Yeah, I want to know.
I know you do. Believe me, Robin doesn't understand this.
She had a touch.
Believe me, I heard Robin's interview. Well, that was interesting, and that's what I'm going to yell at you about in a minute. I will yell about that in a second.
What did she say?
I will yell about that in a second. But I was merely talking about, and I thought it was rather interesting, that I have this history of locking myself in a box, literally. I mean, what I would do when I first got a job, especially in Detroit, it wouldn't occur to me to go out and have fun or have a dinner or anything. I would go to work and then return to the hotel, sit in the hotel, and wait for the next show to start.
In Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I never went to somebody's house. I never went to, I'm invited to dinner. I would sit and wait for the next show. It shows you my whole life was consumed with this work. And the boys were asking me about my life. So I was talking about it in a serious manner.
I got to tell you, I feel
they
sorry.
ever even got to ask a question. He went into this diatribe about how he would never go back to his early years of broadcasting because his sucked.
I said I would never want to return to those days. There was nothing,
I got to tell you, I feel sorry for you. I really do.
But when you talk to guys...
I think you're tortured.
I am. When you talk to guys in the broadcasting business, for the most part, they're a lot healthier than I am, because you hear them and they go, you know, back in 1980 when I was at KXRQ, oh man, we went out and we partied.
There's a bar we'd always get fucked up at.
Right, and they always had lives. And here's my story. When I was at WWWW in Detroit, I sat in a room waiting for the next show.
And then he went into how he lived at a monastery.
I did. It was bizarre.
When was that?
For the when I worked at WRNW.
I find this interesting. Monastery.
I lived in a. It is called the Cenacle up in Westchester in Tarrytown, not Tarrytown, in I can't think of the name of the town.
Portchester. Where were you?
I was in like around the Mount Kisco area. I can't think. Armonk. That was
right,
it.
yeah.
And it was a cenacle with where monks lived, and were silent. And I lived there for a year. The price was right. It was $100 a month to live there.
Yeah. This before you're married?
Yes.
Right.
And I had no money. I was just starting out in broadcasting. I'm making $96 a week. How much can you afford to pay for rent? It was only you allowed a cot. You couldn't talk. And weren't allowed to eat meat or fish or anything. You just were served vegetables. And you sat there. And I would come home. I would work all day and night at the radio station. And then I would sit in a room. It was like a jail cell. It was the size of a jail cell. And I would sit there and wait for the next show.
And then Bubba got to ask one question, which was, well, when did you start to really make some money?
And I explained to him, because Bubba's fantasy was I was making big money in certain markets, like, oh, when you went to Los Angeles. And I said, no, it's just the opposite, because I kind of made some, I think, bad deals. Because I took these stations and elevated them to #1.
Yeah.
But in order to prove that morning radio could succeed on a syndicated basis, I had to take shitty deals.
Well, look at what, one station bill. It's New York, but 50 mil from one station.
Exactly.
But it was almost like Mein Kampf, listening to him, because my struggle.
Meanwhile, you listen to every word.
Well, maybe.
Well, I said that. I said, I can't. Okay, they got to change subjects eventually.
And I'll bet.
And then what did they change the subject to? How's Artie?
All right.
And I said, I love Artie. I said, yeah, Artie's got his issues. And I reminded people that Bubba at one point weighed almost 500 pounds and pulled his life together, but pulled it together when he was ready.
488. That's right. Rough. I couldn't imagine having another 200 pounds.
But Artie, you don't understand what was going on.
This is very interesting.
Instead of that was not the conversation. No. The conversation was Artie has a hole he's trying to fill.
No, I said
Bubba,
to Bubba,
you must have had
again, you're wrong.
A hole.
I said to Bubba, tell me something. If you're discussing Artie's eating, I said, whether it's eating or drugs, I said, Artie always has some addiction.
I got a hole I'm trying to fill. It's on the chick from Philly.
So I said to Bubba, do you, now that you've lost weight, do you have this addiction in some other area? I was curious. Right. He said no. The guys explained that he's more addicted to hanging out with his kid.
No,
I
but
said,
there was a whole discussion about Bubba. You know,
I'm going to get to that. You don't let me talk.
Yeah, I'm sure Bubba's fine.
Then when I was on Bubba's show, I said, you know, psychologically, the eating, whether it's drugs or gambling or eating or something.
Right.
I said, you're hungry, not hungry literally, you're hungry for something, whether it's love or who knows, someone to take care of you. You don't know. So I said, Bubba, what do you think you were really hungry for? And I'm talking to a hillbilly, and Bubba's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I go, well...
He hasn't examined that.
No, he wasn't into examining that. He tried, but it was, you know, obviously not the right forum. So I said, Artie needs to get in touch with that. I said, but it's up to him to go to therapy, and I don't know if he'll be ready to do that.
See, we're skipping through this rather jauntily.
It sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it?
No, you were droning on.
Oh, droning.
About, oh, my poor life.
You were jealous that you were you couldn't stay out of it.
I had a horrible time.
Okay.
It was awful, and
so why didn't you turn off?
And struggled. I was like, he can't be serious.
Why didn't you turn off the radio? No, you know what you did? You had to be a part of it and ruin it.
Then from Artie's hole.
So what? So turn it off. It wasn't interesting to you. There's enough channels on Sirius.
I wanted to listen to this channel.
Believe me, you loved it. And you had to insert yourself.
After Artie's hole, they went to Tyler's music.
And that was fascinating. He thinks giving a kid piano lessons is gay. And I said, you know something?
You know, it kinda
I said,
is.
Bubba, wait a second. I said, Bubba, let me tell you something. I said, you think Billy Joel with his young wife and his jets and homes? And I said, you know, right now, Beth is on a jet with Billy Joel and Katie going to Chicago to play in front of thousands of people, and he got tons of pussy. And then, of course, Ned said, yeah, and Elton John sucking a cock. So I said, that's a good point, too. So it was rather fascinating. Should this be...
And Billy's got a few holes he's filling.
And I even said, if you have the means and you don't offer your kids some kind of musical outlet, it's almost like child abuse. It's like, it's not teaching your kid how to swim. Like poor Robin doesn't know how to swim. That's a life-saving thing. Oh, you're a mess.
I'm not going to sit here and whine at this point about not getting swimming
What I'm going to suggest to you is that it was hard for you to stay out of hearing me working with another human being.
He was so analytical yesterday. I said he must have just come from therapy.
I did
because
not.
He was psychoanalyzing everything.
No. In fact, my therapist wasn't around, so maybe that's why. But I thought I was very, very astute. Very interesting.
Oh, just piercing.
Anyway, so getting on with this. So Robin calls in, and then I hung up. She gets on and drops a bombshell on Bubba's show. Now, you sat here for every day and never said a word about this. And you get on Bubba's show and you give him great radio. Now, why would you do that? I love Bubba, but why wouldn't you mention it here first?
I was calling you. You know what? I was coming home, listening to the wrap-up show. Not the wrap-up show, Bubba's show.
Bubba Love Sponge
You
show.
came on.
Right.
I was immediately going to but before you came on, I was getting out of my car to call you. And then you came on Bubba's show.
Right.
And you were doing your thing, and I said, I got to call in. It wasn't to call in to give a bombshell.
Yeah, but Robin...
And I was only calling in to talk to you.
Right.
And then I was going to get off, but you bailed and left me on the Bubba show.
Oh, believe me, I wanted to get off that show. Even I was boring myself. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Bubba.
How long were you on, man?
About 20 minutes. But I mean, like, as Robin says, it felt like 2 hours. and you know, and I vowed I was only going to call in and say hi, happy birthday, and get off, because Bubba's got his own thing going, his own agenda. He does a great show. You didn't need me on there. And, but, you know, I don't know. We started gabbing, and it felt good to me. And then,
it sounds like Robin's a huge fan of Bubba, and you ruined her show.
I did, evidently. I ruined the show.
It.
Well, nothing wrong with being a fan of Bubba. I'm a fan of it, too.
It was certainly interesting, but it went to the point of wham. You know, know, when you're going on too long about how miserable, you know, because you have a great life in comparison.
Yes, I wasn't saying I was. I said I had a peculiar life. It was an odd life when I look back on it.
May I ask what the context was? Because I didn't hear it. It's like, were they asking the questions that kind of led you down that path?
They asked me.
They didn't ask.
Because I mean, that's what it sounds like.
You immediately launched into, hey, Bubba, are you one of those guys who says, I wish I could have, you know, the old days, and then you went on.
And I talked about how the old days were horrible.
And what was his answer to that?
He didn't get to it.
Who cared? I was the guest.
Sorry.
I'm talking.
I think you're the same. I feel bad for you because I think you're the same person you were back then with money and fame. I mean,
but that wasn't
you
the
know,
issue. That was not the issue. He was simply, I'm just talking about what happened on the show. And, you know, he's a very successful, very happy man.
All right,
and
let's move on to you.
I don't think he's happy.
Excuse me.
I'm very happy.
I don't think he's
All right,
capable.
let's move on to you
he's
now.
Way happier than he was.
I'm not
then.
happy this morning with you. So Robin gets on, and in 2 seconds spills her guts.
I didn't spill my guts.
Have Artie guess what the bomb.
What do you think the bombshell is?
She's marrying Martina Navratilova.
That's a good one.
That's it.
Listen, I have no fucking idea.
Take a guess.
The bombshell. Well, is it something I could deduce logically through knowing Robin or hearing?
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Sherlock Lang.
Sherlock Lang.
Come on, Sherlock Lang.
Oh, God.
You seem to be straight this morning. You had your subject
You're
text.
awake. You're
Come on, you
awake.
should be able to do this.
I'll be awake for about another 10 minutes. You're all boring me.
What is Robin's bombshell that she dropped on the Bubba the Love Sponge
She's getting
show?
married.
Wrong.
Okay, that's my guess. I don't know.
You know.
I know.
Trying to deuce.
Deduce.
Who hasn't been around at the last couple of events?
Oh, her and Mr. X broke up.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, I did wonder why he wasn't at Cafe Grey, but you never know. I mean, people do different things. And
Well.
wow, how long? Okay, great. Okay, now I'm interested.
Now, mind you, she now says that this has been going on a while, but she decides to spill her guts on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Well, I have a bigger bombshell.
Wait a minute. Oh, you do.
Mr. X is dating Dana.
Oh, that would be good. Now, that's good. The two of you could jump out a window together.
I gotta tell you, I'm much like Robin was with me and Dana. I'm very sad because I love Mr. X.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
I said to myself, I wonder if this will be the same as, you know, losing Dana, because we all lost Dana.
You're right. Yeah. No. Well, he's so much fun at events. I think he's a funny fucking guy.
Yeah.
Listen, we might have lost Dana, but we gained that hot blonde you were with.
Yeah.
I don't mind
There's
that.
always something to come.
She can be any hair color you want.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean, with Robin, the reason I just get upset is because here she sat, and she can't say, I didn't want to break the news to you on the air. She broke it on the air.
I don't want to bust your chops, but that is something you should
that's
say.
kind of fucked up.
If you're going to say it on the air at all,
If I'm guilty, guilty on Bubba's show of being boring, that's one thing. But to come on and be so fucking interesting.
Why not call Elvis Duran?
I was trying to help us out.
And how did it just come out?
Don't help. Listen.
Well, now I have a million questions. Obviously, how long?
Well, here's what happened on
when
the
did it
Bubba
happen?
show. Howard, like I said, I didn't mean to be a guest. I was just calling to break up the pity party and get some
Jesus.
revelry going on.
She couldn't stand to be out of a radio show that I was a part of.
Racing isn't enough.
Yeah.
So then he bailed immediately. I was like, what is he doing? He was supposed to stay. I was supposed to go.
Yeah, no, I was getting. You gave me. It was almost like I said, like
It was
tag
a
team.
tag team.
I said, thank God. Okay,
That would have
goodbye.
been funny if you did reveal it to Howard, but on the Bubba show. That would have been interesting.
Left. He
know what?
He
Beth-
launched himself out of there and left me.
Beth
holding
was
the
in
bag.
Chicago. She left me dinner with the turkey meatballs and she cooked a bunch of things for me. So
How come you don't invite me over for the meatballs?
I only had 7 of them, and I know you're going to eat all 7 of them.
No, wait, so that leaves 2 for you.
Yeah. So I was dreaming about heating that up, and I had the green beans, and I put some rice in there.
I
It was
know that
beautiful.
dream.
So I was like, I got to go eat, man. And Robin called me
That's
and went,
exactly
okay,
what
goodbye.
he said. Hey, I'm going to go have dinner. See you.
Yeah, I was like,
When you hung up from Bubba's show, did you listen to it?
No.
Or, so when did you find out about this revelation?
Tim called me. Oh, well, first, Robin calls me because
After
she
gets
had the
off
guilt.
Bubba show.
I didn't have
So
the
she
guilt. It
calls
was
up.
actually what I was planning to do.
Please. Then she calls me, and she says, "Look, I want to tell you, I said something on Bubba's show. First she told me I was boring. Then
I did not.
I know. And then
She waited till here to tell you that.
right. So getting back to this, Robin
wanna
calls.
know,
So Robin calls me
a
after the
million
Bubba
things
show.
about this.
Really?
She calls me up, and believe me, I was watching The Sopranos, eating my turkey
Oh,
meatballs.
you're kidding. I interrupted the Sopranos.
You didn't hear me eating while I was talking to you?
I did hear you eating, but I didn't know you were watching The Sopranos.
And I heard it was Robin on the phone. Robin's the only person I didn't interrupt that for because I was like, oh, shit. The food is piping hot.
Meatballs and the Soprano, the turkey thing's a bit of a minus, but
Okay, but I don't eat red
meatballs
meat.
and the Sopranos is rough.
Right.
That's
So-
a good. That's
with a
a
big
nice setup.
sauce and a whole thing.
That's a nice setup.
And who's on the phone? Robin quivers. And, because I got one of those screens.
I know it.
Yeah. So I go, now I'm sitting and debating. I go, I want to hear what Robin's got to say, because she told me I'm fucking boring on Bubba's show.
Man.
I said, but...
Your phone just said, okay, I'll try to find him.
I'm 10 minutes into The Sopranos.
He's eating meatballs watching The Sopranos.
I mean, I was in fucking heaven, and I'd been, I was like practically jerking off to that all
You should
day.
have that woman trained to go,
Would you like to leave a message?
fuck off, meatballs, Sopranos, do the math.
Or would you want me to find her?
Yeah. And by the way, I thought Mr. X was out of the picture because you told everyone, I had heard that Mr. X's, mom might be sick or something like that. I heard that.
She is, it wasn't the biggest lie in the world.
Well, wait a minute.
But she was
When did
lying.
you break up? Just give me that before you move on, real quick.
We got a whole show to get to.
When did you break up, real quick? And then you can move on with the line of I'm just
Well,
curious.
it's been an in progress kind of a thing. The whole time one of the things I said to Howard was when you and Dana were going through it, I was just sort of sitting over here listening and saying, wow, I'm basically in the same spot, but I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow. She basically, when you were on the air whining about Dana, Robin was kind of like, why doesn't he suck it up and be a man? And because she was sitting there whining. And I go, but he was emoting on the air. That's interesting. And you emoted on Bubba's show.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, no one's more. Look, I give it up here. You got to give me that. Heroin day. I mean, I let it roll.
It wasn't quite the same kind of thing. We weren't breaking up and making up. We were just going through a very extended,
Well, what made it extended though? Like, is it? Did you have a lot of
years and years of being together? You just don't abruptly.
See, some people can do that. I agree with you. I don't know how you could just say, look, now I'm never seeing this person again, because that's what some people are capable of doing.
Oh,
I'm
done
not.
that.
I know it.
Yeah, but it depends on the kind of breakup it is, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's, you just got to get rid of that person, that's one thing. It wasn't like that at all.
Well, obviously, my next question is, was there one particular thing that did it? Why? I mean, but I don't know what. I mean, you go ahead. It's your show. Go.
No.
No, we're on the Artie Lang show now.
No, I mean, obviously, you
it's
say
late
that.
night at Fox, and it's Artie Lang.
I'm very curious about a bunch of things. You're friends of mine. And
Why don't you two hook up, Robin and Artie?
I think
Artie.
that's a power couple right there.
You two lovebirds. Both looking for romance. Come on. You're on the market.
It just happened.
Robin, are you on the market, or are you just still grieving over the relationship?
I'm not necessarily on any market. My mind has gone to, well, what will I do now? But
she's at Chippendales every night.
I said, I'm no desperate housewife. I don't have to fall into someone's arms.
I had heard some speculation that possibly Robin and Mr. X weren't together, but I said, look, Robin would tell me.
Who are you hearing that from?
People were saying, gee, Mr. X hasn't been around.
Oh, okay.
Various people around the station.
Right.
No, they're all yentas.
That's for goddamn sure.
They never talk to me, these yentas.
Right. They talk to me. And then at one point, even somebody said to me, kind of casually but being serious, that they felt Robin's race car driving was a death wish because she's so broken up about Mr. X.
Who
and
said that?
I'm never telling you. No.
Somebody said that to you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
When did they say that?
It was a serious conversation, and they said, would you be willing to talk to Robin? I said, look.
Another intervention you have to do.
Yeah, I said, look, my head's going to explode from all these psychos I work with.
Artie on at 1.
Yeah, I don't have time. Now you know why I'm on Bubba babbling.
No,
but I said,
I don't want to give you a hint, Robin, but here's how the conversation went. I think Robin has a death wish.
No, this was very serious, and someone who was really concerned about Robin.
I can't imagine who this is.
You never will guess. But a very nice person did this.
A very nice person?
Yes. And said to me, look.
Donald Trump.
I said, look, Robin hasn't said anything to me about Mr. X. I said, what? Do you know anything? Is anything going on? So, it was very vague. Mm-hmm. So I was been planning, how am I going to say to Robin, what's going on here with this race car driving? So here, when she called up and made the revelation on Bubba's show.
Here we go.
It was my opportunity. So I got a hold of her last night, and I said to her, look, what is going on? Because she makes it seem like she's not that all upset about the whole Mr. X thing.
Well, I did think the race car driving conversations was out of left field.
I had to tie it in because I had made a vow to this person that I would do it.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Because if anything happened to you and I didn't say anything, well, then I feel like a shit. I wouldn't forgive myself.
But was there one particular thing that did it? Was somebody cheating? Was
No.
It was just like, look, it's time to
We've
stop.
just gone in different directions. We don't have the same kind of goals in life anymore.
Right.
And fit, so we were just apart. You
That
know,
means
we
they
were just
can't
going
stand
in
each
different
other.
directions.
When you say you had different goals, what goal do you have, and what goal did he have?
Well, the way we live our lives is completely different. I'm very active and outgoing, and he's, you know, quiet and introverted, and it just wasn't working.
It's like
I'll
every
go out
broad
with
and a
him.
guy.
Yeah, I'll go out with him.
Every girl is
He
outgoing.
doesn't want to go out.
He's my guy.
You're crazy to
You
give that
should
up.
hook up then.
Where is he right now? Be like,
Hello, Howard.
You know the greatest part? Here's when a guy's at his most dishonest trying to get in a broad's pants. When you're wooing a girl you're
Yes.
insanely attracted to, and she starts bitching about her ex-boyfriend, going, "He never wanted to do anything. I love going out and dancing." And I love that too. That guy sounds like such a bore, you know. And then-
yeah, Beth's wondering how come I spend 8 hours a day playing chess.
yeah. You know, it's
Right
like
now.
You know what? I was doing
we're
a
Mr.
story.
X. We're like a young Denny Terrio when we're dating you.
I was doing a story about some couple that just got together and they unveiled their relationship at the theater when they went to see some show. And I remember thinking to myself, yeah, isn't that? Yeah, remember when?
Right.
He would take you anywhere.
Yeah.
Usually when people break up, they have the same goal, fucking someone new.
Romance fades. That's it.
It does
You know,
fade.
what are you gonna do? It's
So anyway, Robin calls me, so I kind of crowbarred in a very awkward way.
It was weird.
The psychological racing with the breakup, and maybe, you're very upset.
Now,
and
here
I had
I'm
heard,
telling him, and he goes, well, do you think your racing has anything to do? I'm like, what?
well, I had heard you were very, very upset about the breakup.
Who did you hear that from?
I can't say.
Jason.
Again, I haven't talked to anybody, Howard.
All right.
Who are
from
you
me.
talking to?
Talking to people. Yentas. No one knew for sure. They were speculating, and I went.
so now I'm very
Robin would
upset.
tell me. Robin would tell me. Of course, she told Bubba. But she told Bubba.
Well,
before
I
that.
mean, it
That's
seems-
like if I announced my divorce
No,
on Imus.
here's what happened. Again, you abandoned ship.
Don't make
I'm
excuses.
telling you, Artie, it was like getting
blew it.
off. He was jumping on that lifeboat off the
Stop!
Titanic.
Don't tie in if I was a boring guest with your.
So you told Bubba
dis-
because you panicked.
with your panic.
She's driving in a race car, and yet you.
It's my fault. She
Yeah,
told
it's your
Bubba
fault.
because I was so bad of a
I
guest.
didn't mean to be on the show.
Right.
What I meant to
Who
do.
asked you to call in? She didn't mean to be on the show. You accidentally ended up on the show. You called in.
What I meant to do was talk to Howard. He happened to be on Bubba's show.
I got right off. She goes, "You're boring." I go, "Okay, goodbye. I won't bore anyone anymore. I'm out."
Now that I'm here.
So then Bubba turns to me and we start talking, and all of a sudden he starts a conversation about me and Mr. X in bed. And I was like, you know what? I am tired of lying.
About Mr. X.
Yeah, and
It
not
would have been great if
being-
you said that on the air. It would have shocked us all.
What?
It would have
I
shocked
was
us.
planning to, but you again
Me.
bailed out of the situation.
No,
I
no,
was
you
gonna
didn't do it
just-
on our show.
No, I didn't want to do it on Bubba's show. I was going to talk to you, and then we would have done this. But
it's my fault.
I just called in to give you a little boost, and you left.
So it's my. Don't even. That's crazy talk. King of all blacks, you're on the air.
Robin.
Yeah, king of all blacks, king of all blacks, king of all blacks.
I knew this for the longest time, and I just kept it inside.
Oh, so you're the one who told Howard
Yes.
that I was racing.
I talked to him. About it.
How'd you know, genius?
I don't think it had anything to do with racing. This guy always was jealous of you, always. And he just was like, it was eating him up alive how you had this, like, it seemed like an exciting life, and he was just, like, so bored, like, with his own life, and he wanted you to be bored with him. You see what I'm saying?
No.
You're fucking crazy. It took you forever to get out that analysis, and we hung with you.
How do you
and
know his life was boring?
You don't know anything about Mr. X.
I don't know anything about him, but I know he's one of them bougie type of guys.
He's very far from bougie.
He's not bougie?
You're
No.
bougie compared to him.
Yeah, you're way more bougie than he
It
is.
would take him about 3 seconds to beat the shit out of
You're
you.
practically Ireland Baldwin compared to him.
And he can fight. He's not a fighter.
What a nice reference that was.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Howard, I gotta tell you this. I know you are. I read the revenues that you made for K-Rock when you was on K-Rock in the Daily News yesterday.
Right.
Amazing. $50 million, and now they're down to like 16.
That's
the
right.
funniest thing in the world.
All right. Thank you, King.
I love you.
Love you too. He's
King checking in.
No.
Going nowhere.
But you know what I mean? It seems to me like when breakups happen, there's some Like my thing was fucking 3 months on the air of like, okay.
No, this was
we broke up.
going
Why?
on.
In the beginning, it was nothing. Then the heroin came up, and then
I learned from Robin that this went on for a while.
it's just some juiciness we're not hearing,
No.
or is it
No.
just, it's like a non like.
It was kind of like, well, she wanted to do stuff, he didn't, and and they were just realizing they were two different people, but they still care for each other, concern for each other. But so you haven't been intimate in a long time, Robin.
No.
When's the last time you were intimate?
I can hardly remember.
Wow. Vibrator City.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
Right.
What do you think?
It's a very familiar sound to me.
Over a year? No, not a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Over a year.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Because I was sort of just, absenting myself from the situation.
Well, this is good now. Now that you're on the market, we can get the word out.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, dropping loads.
Will
Guys
you
are
move?
different, man.
I had a thought. I think you're going to move.
Well, I've been thinking about that for a couple of years, too.
I think
so.
you put yourself out there where you live now because he's there. Mm-hmm. And I never, I don't like that one bit. I really didn't. I was like, oh my God. Like, Robin had this great apartment.
It was
in
an
the
odd
city.
choice where she lived. I didn't realize that though. I mean, that's nice though. You're into a person. That's nice to do.
Are you going to do a chocolate singles ad?
No, there's no chocolate singles anymore.
Oh, there isn't? I mean, they folded after you stopped writing your
After I
ads?
stopped making ads. they
Wow.
folded.
Why don't we all do our own ethnic a J date for you do a joke, I'll do a Dago date.
Dago date?
That's what they call it.
DagoDating.com?
So you mean when we had that party at your house, there was no intimacy going
Not
on?
really. I
Gee,
mean, did
thought
you
there
see
was.
us in the same place at any time?
Well, sometimes when you have a party, everyone's socializing, and they try to make people comfortable. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. We all walked through the house together.
Right, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the only time, though. I think I saw him that evening.
Men are
Right.
different. Me and Dana, had sex in Turks and Caicos New Year's Eve, and then it really went sour right after that. And a couple of weeks into series is when I told you guys about the problems, and then we were 4 months, nothing had happened, and
Sexually.
yeah. And then we got back together, and I mean, guys, I was just so horny when I saw her, and it was really like I somehow got her into bed, even though it was clearly still over. I felt like getting laid, and then after that. It was like, God, fuck. It wasn't until last November when I met
Yeah,
that
that's
girl.
a huge
Right.
mistake, going back
Right,
sexually when you
right.
know it's over.
Yeah, because then that just prolongs.
We did well. That exactly because then in a woman's mind, it's an emotional
Was it
attachment.
awkward, Robin, at your party, the house party, when you had everyone to your home, to have to fake it that you guys were together? Like, was there a discussion?
No, we weren't, we hadn't really.
Figured it
That
all out.
wasn't, that wasn't, we didn't necessarily know that was going on at the time. Mm-hmm. We knew we had problems, but it wasn't like we were saying, oh, it's over, but we're going to stay together for this party or anything
You're
like
talking
that.
about your house down the shore
Yeah.
party? God, that's funny because that's when I really was bitching to you guys at the table about my situation. And you were going through that. I
Yeah.
remember really, because I wasn't.
Yeah, you were downright suicidal.
I didn't
Right.
take Dana to that party,
That's right,
and it was
yeah.
odd. And I was like, I remember particularly cornering Howard and Beth.
Bob Levy is on the air. Yes, Bob.
Wow, this is great news, man. I like to be the first one to throw my hat in the ring to try to bang Robin now.
What about dating Bob Levy, Robin? Is that ever going to
You
happen?
know what?
He's selling.
Again, give
toss
me
your
some
salad.
time. It will take a little while before
Bob Levy and
I'm
Robin
ready
Quivers?
for Bob.
Do you
would be-
mind? I tell you, those lines of coke would look great on your black ass.
Wow.
I love the
This will be
contrast.
great.
Yes,
and
the
I'll go racing with you. We'll be doing coke. We'll be up all weekend. Come on, Robin. Give it.
He'll take you right down that path.
The only thing whiter than the coke Bob gets is his hair.
Did you find you're not attracted to Bob at all, Robin?
I love his comedy.
Right. Did you and
fuck that.
Mr. X try counseling at all?
No,
No.
he's not. That's when I sort of knew that there was no, he's not into that at all. That was made clear very, very early.
I don't wanna
in
sound,
our relationship. Either a relationship works or it doesn't.
I don't want to sound prejudiced because this is true of a lot of Italian guys too. You don't see a lot of brothers in counseling.
Doesn't happen.
I mean, that ain't a man's world right there.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Well, you've thrown your hat. You're the first one to throw your hat in the ring.
Thank
Well,
you.
all of Bubba's staff was willing to. I was in almost a gangbang before I was out of there.
You should
Anybody
do
on
Spice
board?
Boy.
Yeah, you've said you're
Get you
attracted
put
to
a
this place.
gangbang.
Now, you don't suspect that Mr. X is with another woman at this point, do you?
It really wouldn't bother me if he was.
Oh, come on.
It wouldn't. I don't.
Oh, be honest, a little
I'm
bit.
being honest, Artie. You don't know how long this has been going on. I mean, I really think we could just be friends at this point, and I wouldn't mind hearing.
Would you set him up on a date?
Sure.
You would?
Yeah. You got anybody you want to torture?
Wow. Whoa.
I'm only-
Yeah.
That's a joke. A joke.
No, this is, I'll tell you what. Okay, here's a great question.
supposed to be funny here?
You're a scream.
Here's a great question, though. That night when me and Dana and Howard and Beth went out with you guys to Per Se.
Yeah.
And I thought Mr. X was being a riot that night.
You enjoyed the heck out of it.
I did, but Howard in particular thought he was being rude. You said, I don't care. You shushed it off like you don't care. Did stuff like that bug you? Was that one of the things that really bugged you?
Well, you know, I put up with it for a long while because there were other wonderful things about the relationship. But, you know, after those wonderful things start to go away and that's
here's what
still
happened.
there, it begins to be obnoxious.
I like Mr. X very much. I do. He's a very, very nice guy and funny guy, and I always enjoy being with him. But when Robin took me to this dinner at a place, a very expensive place, and you were there.
I was there, unbelievable.
Okay, and we're sitting and eating this unbelievably beautiful meal, and he was complaining the whole time in Robin's ear as she's eating. I don't want to be here.
To the whole dinner.
Why did you make me come to this? Oh my God, the portions are too small. I'm having a bad time. And I went, wow. And afterwards I said, gee, you know, I know it was done in a joking way, but poor Robin spent a fortune on this thing, and she was just trying to enjoy the evening. So you know, it's like...
it's not like you have to eat this way every night.
Like, to me, the worst thing you could do to me is take me to, like, a Broadway show or to the ballet or something like that. But if I went, I'd sit there and I just, you know, take it, you know, if I was doing it for somebody.
You put on a brave face.
Right. So I said, gee, you know, I don't know how Robin is... she's tuning it out, but I could tell... It must be something irking her.
You know, that's like sort of tantamount to how different we are. I love doing that.
No, here's the difference. The difference is, even if you didn't love doing it, you would put your heart into it for the other person if you cared about them. In other words,
but and I wouldn't torture somebody to, you know, in what they love. That's true.
That's right.
But also, there was something we did not too long ago. And we all had a wonderful time. No. We all didn't do anal. I'm talking about when we went to Tampa.
Yes, that was
for
great.
Bubba's wedding. We had the greatest time.
Yes, we did.
And it was really the last, I guess, social event that Mr. X and I attended together. We took Tom and Penelope out to dinner.
Yes.
And I'm telling them all about that weekend and what a great time we had and how wonderful it was and how much fun it was to hang out with everybody and do whatever we did down there. And I said, yeah. He said, you really enjoyed it? I said, yeah, I had a great time.
It was great.
And he said, would I have enjoyed it? I said, not a second.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's it. We don't want to do the same things at all.
What does he do? What fun does he have?
Anymore.
He's a guy.
What does he do all day?
It's like,
he likes the Mets. He goes to baseball games. He watches baseball. He loves to talk baseball. He likes basketball.
He's a guy.
He plays chess occasionally. You know, he loves jazz. So, you know, he's always sitting with a pair of headphones on and smoking his pipe.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Boy, he sounds like a real dick, Robin.
Yeah. Sounds like my kind of guy.
What's his number?
That's what I said. The guy's a great guy.
I mean, take away the Mets, everything's perfect.
He's a guy's guy.
Yeah.
But,
I could do all of those things.
You forget about the other hilarious thing Mr. X did. This is years ago now at a dinner. Remember, we were at some dinner, again, a Robin event. I believe it was one of your birthday parties at Union Pacific.
Right.
That Rocco DeSpirito place where Mr. X poured the water on Stuttering John.
That was great.
John's farting at the table.
Mr. X got up and poured water all over John, and I said, what happened?
Good for him.
He goes, he's farting on the table. I'm sitting right next to the guy.
He did have funny lines because he said, I thought he was on fire.
Yeah, well, and then somebody, you know, everybody was with their new cameras. They had just come out where you could instantly see that digital thing, that clear thing. So Howard, it was when you had that camera. Remember you fucking went on that thing, you were taking everybody's picture.
Right.
Howard takes one of Mr. X and you didn't realize what happened through the screen. Mr. X put a knife right up to her.
Right.
That's
right.
right.
Up to Robin's throat, and he did it so clandestine.
Yes, you wouldn't know unless you looked at the picture.
You want to know something? I got to tell you.
On her face, and he's like this with the knife.
It was funny.
And we were laughing like crazy.
It was funny when I looked at the pictures because I didn't notice.
Oh, you were laughing your ass off.
But I did say to Beth, I said, you know what? I don't know about this relationship. You know, he put a knife to Robin's throat in the picture. It can't be going well. Maybe I knew back then. Who knows?
I mean, I guess we were.
Who knows?
Beginning of the end.
Jared, you're on the air in Manchester, New Hampshire.
That was funny though.
Howard, I think we're getting away from the issue here. She was dropping that news on the Bubba show. What is going on with that?
Look, I love Bubba. Obviously, Bubba works on my channels, and it's all one big happy family. But it would have been the right thing to do.
I agree.
To do it here.
Well, what's next?
Well, I knew there would be there wouldn't be this kind of discussion on the Bubba show.
You know what sucks? This guy, had a joke that he worked on for 30 minutes, and you stepped all over it.
I just stepped on it. What was it,
What was
sir?
the line?
I said, what's next? She's going to say she's a lesbian on the Pharrell show?
That's
Very
even
good.
funny the second time around. Good for you. Out of respect for the joke, I had to let you do it again.
Who's going to hit 300 first? You or Tom Glavine?
Oh. That's a great joke. I gotta say, good sports reference. But fuck off and die. I got a feeling
Gary would like that one.
I got a feeling I might hit 755 before Bonds.
Jim, what is it?
Howard, hey now.
Hey now.
First of all, Robin, you and George Lucas have anything going?
No.
Are you dating George
She
Lucas?
was defending him vividly.
Vividly?
Vividly.
He's like Bubba now.
Oh, vehemently. I'm sorry, vehemently. Vividly.
Uh-oh, the calls are coming in.
What?
Everyone wants to date Robin. Hi, sir.
Hello, Howard.
All right.
I found out about you, Bob. I heard you're single.
Yes, Gary, I am.
Can I come and date you, baby?
Hey, you remember when you and Robin had phone sex?
Yeah.
You guys were a pretty hot couple.
Yep.
See, I needed you then, Eric. Gary.
Whatever.
You needed me then, huh?
You want to go out with her, huh?
Yeah, we go out with her. Get me back there.
Yeah, we got to get him in here for your date.
Yes.
Have you ever dated a retarded man?
No, I have not.
You had that?
No.
Are retarded guys good in bed, Gary?
Huh?
Are you retarded guys good in bed?
Yep, they're good in bed.
Do they come into their underpants or do they?
No.
No.
When you pleasure yourself, how do you do it?
I don't do like Jeff the whatever his name is.
What do you do?
I rub my knee into the pillow.
I do not.
Do you mind going out to restaurants?
Will you go to the theater with
Will you
me?
go to the theater with Robin?
No.
Will you give
won't.
up? Will you give up a Met game here?
What
and
is
there?
it? You won't go to
I
the
like the Mets.
you won't go to the theater with Robin?
Yeah, I'm going to theater.
Oh, you will. All right. So you're not going to sit in the house.
No.
No, you're going to go out and do things with her.
Do things with her.
Will you take me dancing?
Yeah.
Because Mr. X, he says, while he was a great guy, he wasn't taking her to enough things.
Yeah, I heard about it. Someone called me, but I can't say who it was.
How would you? I got to play. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going into these commercials. I'm going to play you and Gary having phone
our
sex.
great moment. Wow, Gary, you're all excited.
Gary, will you take Robin out and eat your own shit at the table?
No.
Hey, retard!
Hey, oh man, I got your movie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's big with the retarded community, actually.
I got your movie, so thank you for sending it to me.
No, you're welcome, Gary.
Especially that baseball thing. That was funny as hell.
Where is?
What was the movie about? Tell us.
Something about baseball.
I sent him Field of Dreams.
Where's Robin and Gary having phone sex, Gary? Fafa.
What?
Fafa.
Bubba.
Fafa fooey.
Hold on, we're getting it. Hold on.
Yes. Fafa. Fafa.
Bubba.
Baba Fafa.
Gary,
Bubba.
you fucking shut up. Gary, preview page one.
Hey, he's my boyfriend. Don't yell at him.
Yeah, right.
Don't be hard at my company, you weirdo.
What? What is wrong with you?
Hello.
Gary,
Yes.
it's Richard.
Hey, Richard, what's up?
Guess where I'm at?
Where you at?
I'm at Robin's house.
What are you doing over there?
She's having a barbecue.
A barbecue.
Yeah. She actually wanted to talk to you. Do you want to talk to her real quick?
Let me talk to her.
Okay, here's Robin, Gary.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Robin.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up?
This is Robin Quivers.
I know it's Robin Clippers.
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. So what you been up to?
I hope you don't mind, but I've been telling everyone you're my sister.
What? Your sister?
Yes?
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No.
I just want you to know that I love you.
Love you too. What you
Yeah, right there.
Gary,
What?
I'm on the other line. You're not going to believe this. Robin just pulled her pants down, and she's playing with herself.
Yeah, I know I heard.
Do you think we might be going a little too far?
Hey, we can go far as we want.
How romantic.
Are you having fun, baby?
Yes.
Oh. Baby. Love me titties.
Ooh.
Look at the tits. Look at the big boobies.
Ooh, yeah, right
Look at the
there.
big boobies, baby. Squeeze the milk out and
taste your milk.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Do it. Squeeze the milk out. Play with your vagina. Play with your vagina.
Yeah, right
Play with it. Play with that vagina, baby. Play with it. Hey, Robin, I want you.
I want to see you twice a week. Let me warn you, I'm very good at what I do, and I'm very expensive. My fee is $70 a session.
Okay, I want you.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
No problem. It's time for me to go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
So, take care of yourself, Robin.
Bye.
Bye. Try to keep in touch with me.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you, sweetheart.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
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 I think he might be better on phone sex than I am.
He's great.
Great, Eddie. He takes right over.
You're quite a lover boy.
You hung up on me, Howard.
Of course I hung up on you. I'm done with you.
I didn't know.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, get me back out there again.
Gary?
Hi.
Gary.
What?
This is Robin.
Hi, Robin.
I just want to tell you, when you had that phone sex with me,
Right?
I loved it.
Did what?
I love you.
Love you too.
What are you naked?
I can't wait. I can't wait to come back to see Robin in New York.
I want you to lick me. When you come to New York, will you lick me?
No, I licked Robin.
No, me, Robin.
Yeah.
Lick me.
All right.
Hey, Gar.
It's getting weird. I hung up on him.
Gar? Oh.
Sorry.
I want to keep tormenting him.
All right.
Yes,
Could I
Greg.
ask you briefly about today's events?
Today's events, what would those be?
Well, your big announcement that you're
It wasn't
now...
an announcement.
Oh, well, your acknowledgement to Howard.
Just talking to some friends, and you happen to overhear.
Why did you hold out for so long to tell Howard?
Because I felt it was, a rather private thing. It wasn't like a big cataclysmic breakup. We didn't have an on-again, off-again thing like, Artie was going through. Because I think that's what went on with Artie. They'd break up. They were having lots of fights. There was a lot of stuff going on to report on. Ours was just dying very quietly. And, for a while, you're not even sure. You're not sure what you're going to do, but you're not sure that you're going to break up. You're just sort of going through it. It wasn't really explosive at all.
So because it's so gradual, you just kind of pick the right moment to sort of bring it up. It's not like hey, we had a big fight last night and it's all over.
Right, no, there was nothing like that.
Now, what about some of your solicitations from some of the single members of the, fans of the show? Like
Well,
Gary
I'm
the
definitely
Retard?
going to call Gary the Retard. Definitely, he'll be getting a call from me. I think he should have the first shot.
What does it take to woo Robin Quivers?
Lots of money.
Doesn't this look good?
Is this the next couple?
I think there's something brewing here. All right, Robin. Well, was it tough though talking about that on the air because that's sort of like the...
Well, again, it was like, geez, I haven't even said we've had problems. There was no build-up. So it became like, sometimes situations would come up on the air where people were talking about, and I was like, I can't even join these conversations because I really haven't said anything, and it became like, God, I feel like I'm lying to everybody, and so I finally said, you know what, I got to stop this. I need my life back in order. I need to be able to tell the truth. So I said, it's time for me to just reveal that.
So now it's a weight has been lifted off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, good luck with Gary and the possibility.
Are you free? No.
Yes, I definitely am. I most certainly am.
Let's go make out in the back room now. You're
Boy.
Hands off my...
Angie's wanted me for a long time.
Hands off my lady.
Let's go. Let's go make out.
I tell you, the whole Bubba crew was fighting over me last night.
Really?
This crew.
You're a hot commodity all of a sudden. Look at you.
I got a lot of email about Alec Baldwin and playing the tape and everything, and I told you I was kind of... I was kind of mixed on whether to
You
play
were on
it.
the fence.
I really was, and a lot of people disagreed with me that Alec Baldwin is wrong in this, but I said they're both wrong, and the kid is the victim, and I like Alec a lot, but I gotta, listen, when I hear a tape like that.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message for you right now, because again, it's 10:30 here in New York on a Wednesday, and once again, I've made an ass of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes for me to make the phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing, and I go and I make that phone call at 11 o'clock in the morning in New York, and if you don't pick up the phone, at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even have that goddamn phone turned on. I want you to know something, okay? I'm tired of playing this game with you. I'm leaving this message with you to tell you, you have insulted me for the last time. You have insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a damn that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone. And when I come out there next week, I'm going to fly out there for the day just to straighten you out on this issue. I'm going to let you know just how disappointed in you I am and how angry I am with you that you've done this to me again. You've made me feel like shit, and you've made me feel like a fool over and over and over again. And this crap you pull on me with this goddamn phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother, and you do it to me constantly and over again. I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. Then I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
To replay this message.
I say, Brian, you're on the air, and I don't hear anything.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
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 Hey, I'm glad you picked up because I can do this total Alec Baldwin thing.
By memory?
Yeah, by memory. I memorized the whole thing.
Hey, Artie, if I gave you the entire Alec Baldwin... Artie's got this incredible memory. That's what makes him like such a good actor, too, because he can just memorize lines. If I gave you the whole Alec Baldwin speech, how long would it take for you to...
I don't know. I have no idea.
You could probably do it in a minute, right?
I don't know if that fast I could probably memorize it. Sure. I don't know.
I'm better than Artie.
Can you take like a commercial break and know it?
Possibly.
And like Artie does with The Godfather, I can do it. But, I mean, I'm pitch perfect. I sound exactly like it.
Here's Alec Baldwin.
Well, you could also do a good impression of it, too, you're saying.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's hear it. Go ahead.
Spot on. Okay. Dry oatmeal. Hold on. Okay.
You got that memorized.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message.
Wow, you're good. Get off my phone.
Hey, I think I got some of this down if you want to try me.
Go ahead.
All right, I got to.
You want to do it with a megaphone, or?
It's up
like through a phone?
Well, I'm not, you know, it's
Give
funny.
That effect?
Let me explain my process when I work. I try to memorize it first and then get like a character voice down or try to like say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Artie Lang doing his interpretation of the Alec Baldwin phone call.
So
to
there
his
are
daughter.
several steps to the process.
Yeah, and let me remind you that he is not using a sheet of paper in front of him.
This is
It takes several steps to get dirty work in The Bachelor.
I see.
All right.
The amazing part is that he memorizes within minutes. Go ahead.
I want you to know something, okay? And I want to leave this message for you right now. Because, again, it's 10:30 in the morning here in New York on a Wednesday. And once again, I have made an ass out of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes to make that phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing to make the call, and at 11 o'clock in the morning here in New York, you're not there to pick up the phone. At 10 o'clock in the evening, and I call, and you don't even have the goddamn phone turned on! I want to tell you something, okay? I am done playing this game with you. All right? I'm leaving this message to tell you that you have insulted me for the last time. You've insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being, and I don't care if you're 12 years old or 11 or a child or whatever, and I don't care that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass and clearly doesn't care what you do as far as I'm concerned. I'm telling you, you have humiliated me for the last time. And next week, I am going to fly out there, and I'm going to straighten you out on this issue. I am going to fly out there, and I am going to tell you just how disappointed in you I am. I'm going to tell you how angry I am with you for doing this to me once again. You have made a fool out of me, and you have pulled this stuff over and over me, stuff you would never dream of pulling with your mother. You do with me constantly. Okay? And I'm going to fly out there next week, and I am going to straighten your ass out. And I'm going to make sure that you really get it. I'm going to make sure that you know what a rude, thoughtless little pig you really are. Do you understand? You're a rude, thoughtless pig. So be ready on Friday the 20th, because I'm coming out there. I'm going to tell you this, then I'm going to turn around, I'm going to fly right back home. You are a rude, thoughtless pig.
All right, I got to say something.
Oh, that was great.
Now, first of all, there's nothing like watching you work with a picture of Elliot Offen over your head.
That was pretty much. I surprised myself there.
Let
That
me
was
tell you
pretty
something. That was incredibly good. I'd pay to see that on Broadway.
You know what? I'm looking at that and I'm saying that's every bit the kind of rant you would just die to see in a movie.
Now, here's why you're a genius.
Right point.
Here's why you're a genius. You're a genius. I'm telling you. The fact, forget the memorization there.
Right.
Now, you did it in your own voice, but yet you became Alec Baldwin. What process did you go through to get to that?
I would just. Gary points this out a lot, and it's very perceptive of him. Like Fred is a brilliant guy at doing impersonations.
A mimic.
I am not. I'm not good at impressions. I'm good at mimicking. Like I'm good at getting a cadence down or picking out one little thing that might be funny about someone and just doing it repeatedly.
Yeah.
And I just try to, even at Mad TV, like I would get away with it because the impression, if it wasn't dead on, it would at least be funny.
Now explain something to me. How many times did you read that over in order to memorize it?
I glanced at it about 3 or 4 times during.
Do you read it all the way through?
The first thing I do is read the whole thing all the way through. The other thing I do is I take it by paragraph and I write down with a pen the first line of each paragraph because that's like a bullet point,
right.
And it kicks off as long. The hardest part, believe it or not, is remembering the first line of a paragraph or a monologue, because after I get that the last word in that sentence to me can kick off the whole rest of the thing. And it's
Jesus.
like, again,
But you know
what
what
I just
also?
did. The reason I get a lot of acting work in Hollywood is not producers care less about acting talent and more if you can do what I just did, because you don't waste any time. And I'm like, look, I may not be Brando, but I guarantee you will never be late on the day. I'll get my take in 2 takes. You can get to the stars close up, and we're out of here. You know
what I'm also thinking?
Obvious.
Yeah, like what do I got to do? That's
but is it wrong for Scott to say, "Wait a second, that's not what we agreed to. I'm not happy with it"?
He did, and Julie
so
said,
then
take
what's
it,
then what's
and
the
Julie
problem?
said, "Take it or leave it."
So,
That's
but can Scott also say to you, "Take it or leave it"?
Absolutely,
He
sure
could say
he
it
could.
all he
could-
wants, and he can
quit.
start his own tour
Scott
tomorrow.
Scott made a very strong point. He said, Ronnie and I can get a 2-bit comedian, and we can do this," which I think was a dig at you.
Well, it was, and if I'm such
You
a
think?
2-bit
Because all
shitty comic, why don't you go up after me?
Well,
Why don't you do your
I
stand-up
can't do it
after me?
myself.
Oh,
I'm
why
not a comic.
Why? Well, then why entertain this thought in the first place? Why have somebody write you jokes and go up there and do them without telling any of us that you're going to do it? If you know right now you're not a comic, what changed last weekend when you thought you were?
I took Howard's advice.
But again, you didn't.
Okay,
you didn't,
it's not Howard's show, though.
What did I do after the first show?
What do you mean?
I said, if you don't like the comedy, not because I was mad, not because he.
And what I tell you, I said it's funny that Ronnie interrupts you in the middle of your jokes.
No,
Did
you
I
said-
not say that? Did I not say Ronnie coming up and ripping up your set list was funny?
I said, do you want me to do it or not?
that pissed him off. You don't even know
You
how
didn't
that
even.
pissed him
What
off.
pissed him off? You
Ronnie?
lost. You lost. You don't know the conversation we had.
He had a set list. Hold on, Scott.
Julie, you lost.
Hold
okay?
on. Hold on. Go ahead. He had a thing.
I had
like,
notes.
like an outline of like notes.
It was just sitting on the stool.
Okay. It was sitting on the stool, and I just walked over during his act, and I ripped it up.
That was the second show, not the first show. And we try. I know it's just boring to the audience.
And that's when he got, that's when he blew a fit.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Guys, you guys were so wasted the whole
That's why
weekend.
I had to pick up a mic stand
You
and
don't know
threaten
what
to hitch over the head.
And this
with
is my point. Like, you take these little jabs. You're such a prick about it, and it just
not a
shows that
prick.
you're not a team player. You throw that paper in front of Howard's face to try and throw me and Ronnie and the rest of the tour under the bus by insinuating that we go out there and promote it with Howard's name. Now, look me in the eyes and tell me we do that.
No, you don't do that.
Okay, so why the fuck would you pull that paper out and throw it on his desk and go, you see, this is what I do. I pay attention, and this is what I catch.
I can answer that
Go
because
ahead.
he said it this morning. You guys are not paying attention to the details, and he is.
Right.
Well,
you
I'm
know
trying
what?
to,
You
and
know
they
what?
won't let me.
I'm busy.
I was trying to help. That's
I'm
all.
busy trying to get a second and a third mic. I'm busy
I'm
trying to
trying to
make
help.
sure that the comics have shit to eat. I'm busy to make sure that everybody's rooms are,
Well, that's
are
the
set.
promoter's
And I'm
job.
sorry that I don't have
I don't
time.
know you were doing
I'm
that.
sorry
You
that
didn't tell me
You
that.
see me, Scott. You see me. You see every problem
That
coming
was
to
the
me.
promoter's
Don't
job.
you?
Wait, the promoter's job was to handle what you just mentioned.
Scott, and
isn't that the promoter's job?
Absolutely. What's your fucking job? Tell me that.
I don't have
What's
a job.
your job, and when are you going to start doing it?
I've been doing what I've been supposed to be doing, and according to our agreement in the beginning, I've been doing that all along.
Reading between the lines here, Shirley, it seems like Scott is angry with the promoter.
I'm not angry. No,
Scott's
listen.
angry at everybody
That's
but
what
himself.
you just said.
Well, you said
the
tape,
promoter
man.
is
The
not
promoter's
doing
a
his job.
fucking
The promoter's
asshole.
a fucking asshole. And meanwhile, promoters...
Independent of that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he wants to get involved with the pranking of me. I was
just grow up.
Just
dude.
want to make sure that
Everybody
none of us are getting ripped off. That's all.
You act
And
like
they don't believe that.
You act like we put X-Lax in your fucking
Do you
food
think
or
asking if we're
something.
getting ripped off?
Scott,
don't say we.
Scott, do you think you're getting ripped off? Yes or no?
Of course he does.
Hold on, let him answer. Do you think you're getting ripped off? Yes or no?
No, I didn't.
Do you think that it's being mishandled in a way you're not getting what you deserve?
Some things can probably be handled better. That's all.
And if it were handled better,
expenses.
How much more do you think you're losing out on? Because that's what I'm curious. I understand what you're saying. You're saying we're spending. There's a lot of fat on this. If we trim it down, we could all make a little bit more.
Yeah,
How much more do you think you could see a gig if you ran it the way you would run it?
Not the way I run it. I don't know how I run it. I was just trying to point out a couple of things.
Well,
I don't
but
want to
when
run
you're asking
it.
for breakdowns of financial
I don't wanna run
of the weekend, when you're asking for a financial breakdown of the weekend, that says one of two things: either A, you don't trust the people you work with and you're not happy with what you got, or B,
which wasn't the case.
You have to have some sort of plan. If you tell me to my face, I just want to look over some of what we're spending and see if we can tighten it up a bit.
If there was a way to save a couple of grand, which there might have been.
So you want to see the expense reports because you think there's a way that we can save a couple grand, but yet you have no idea on how to do that.
But surely, if Scott's a partner, based on the original agreement, if Scott's a partner,
There's no such-
why
there's
is
no-
it why
there
is
are
it
no
wrong?
partners.
Right,
There's no
Benji,
partnership here,
There's no
Benji.
partnership here.
So who is in charge and who owns this?
Nobody
owns it. We're doing
so
it as a
who
group.
gets it? Who would be okay for them to see the expense report?
Listen, anybody can see it. Ronnie can ask for it
But
tomorrow.
is it
Scott
wrong
can
for
ask
Scott
for
to
it.
ask for it?
Well, I believe so. Yes.
Well, obviously, you
Have
just
you
made a
seen it?
contradictory
Have
statement.
I seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that wrong for you to see? Did you not trust somebody?
No, it's not. I have to see it so I know what we made, so I know what everybody gets paid.
Then technically, Shuli's the
Listen,
one
I
in
don't think
charge.
there's anything
based
wrong
on
with you
that.
saying to Scott, "Listen, flat fee, take it or leave it."
And I did.
But based on it sounded like on the original thing, you guys had a partnership.
But Benji, we
It
just
wasn't
told
all
you there's
worked out,
no
but
partnership here. There's no.
Here's what I think
We had
happened.
an agreement.
Can I just say something? What happened was I think three guys got together and said, let's do some shows and see what happens. Let's all go out together. And as in any evolution of any business, somebody has to run it. And so Shuli sort of rose to the top running it, whereas nobody said, Shuli, you're running it. It just sort of naturally happened. And now Ronnie seems to be okay with that, but you don't, Scott.
You know what? I thought that the three of us would make decisions together.
Can I just tell you, bottom line, here's what pisses me off the most.
And I feel that you guys are leaving me out of the loop.
Hear me out.
on a
You're
lot of
leaving
stuff.
yourself out. In all honesty, you are your worst. You are your own worst enemy. You really are.
okay.
But let me just say this, okay? My biggest problem with you is that you can't appreciate for a fucking second what you're getting, and that you get what you get, and you still, in your mind, think there should be more coming to you, and that to me is disgusting.
I didn't say
it's
me.
disgusting.
I never
not
said
to
me.
mention. Not to mention. Again, you're doing this for the sake of everybody.
I said us. I
right,
didn't say,
right. You're
never
looking
said-
out for all of us.
That's correct. And you don't believe that.
Of course. Does anybody in here believe that? Please, just say something. Anyone, please.
Obviously not.
I think Scott's doing it for him.
That's called dead air.
I think Scott's doing it for himself.
Really?
And-
When did you figure that out?
When you step on stage.
Something that happens
Every
after
time
your
you
lines on
fucking-
stage?
Every time, yeah, one of my lines. Then come follow me, cocksucker. Come follow me on stage with your fucking jokes that somebody wrote for you.
Oh,
that he's
wow.
holding on to the secret on who wrote them. Like I'm gonna go.
Like I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
I do have one question for you, Scott, because I think it's interesting. When you said you can get any comedian, a two-bit comedian, I'm going to throw a name out, and I don't think he's two-bit at all. But say you got Jim Florentine to do this, right? Jim's a phenomenal comedian.
Yeah, he's great.
Can knock out 45 minutes in his sleep.
Uh-huh.
If you guys go out and you do this, do you think don't you think that part of this lack of harmony in talking about it on the radio is what generates ticket sales? And so if you guys go out, and you and Ronnie go out with Jim Florentine, and we never hear about anything that happened over the weekend because it's all going great, do you think the ticket sales would still be the same?
I think we could do a good job promoting the show. That's correct.
So why don't
how?
you do that?
not up to me.
Shuli clearly
It's not
doesn't want you to
up
be a part of this
to me.
anymore.
If you're fired, you can do
You're
whatever you want
fired.
now. You're
But
free agent.
But I didn't say me alone. I said me and Ronnie. I never said me alone can go out without. I never said me alone would be able to do it.
Scott at JD's block party.
If you don't think the ball busting and the pranking that we've done to each other, not just you, but we've done to each other, everyone's gotten a turn here. If you don't think that shit
I got
helps
more
sell
than one
tickets,
turn already.
help sell tickets at the end of the day, then you're out of your fucking mind.
Listen,
of course it helps.
Listen, the only thing, the ball busting, I was.
Why are you
fine.
giving away secrets on the air for?
Yeah, really.
Gary, doesn't it
This
seem
is what
like
I gotta protect.
these guys have reached the point where the ball breaking has now gone a little too far, and
It's not even there, John.
Yeah.
It's not you. don't even understand.
this is
the
what-
type
They're
of
good-natured
pranks.
anymore.
We don't even think. You don't even know the type. When I would tour with Florentine and the other guys on the Killers of Comedy, we would shit in the top of people's toilets in the tanks. We would leave upper deckers in their rooms. We would steal furniture out of some guy's hotel room and put it in our room. Like we would fuck with people's personal space. None of that's going on.
Push a naked Beetlejuice into a room.
Yeah. You walk in and Beetlejuice in his underwear smoking a Newport with the heater on. That's a fucking awful prank.
Hello, Ralph Sorella.
Hello, John. Hi.
Hey, Ralph. What's up? Hey, now.
Hey now. Hey, I'm not sure about the lineup kind of issues, but I was talking about Ronnie over the weekend or in Vegas, whatever the fuck day it is. I think Ronnie expects Scott to be like him. I want to defend Scott a little bit here because, Scott has a way that he travels. He wants to know what's going on. He just doesn't want – Ronnie doesn't care where he's plunked down. He doesn't care if he's in the back of a pickup truck and sleeping in a gutter. But Scott, cares about that stuff. Well, whatever. You're less high maintenance than Scott.
I'm not high maintenance at all.
But yeah, I know. But that's you, Ronnie. You expect Scott to be just like you, and Scott's part of this thing too. So you have to respect the way that he is, and you got to meet somewhere in the middle. You just can't dismiss him and go, oh, you should just be more easygoing about it. This is the way Scott is, and then you got to respect his what he wants.
They don't really have to respect it. They could just decide whether they want to work with it or not.
And Scott can decide to walk away if he
That's
wants.
right.
to.
It's for both.
Absolutely.
The thing to me is this is like three guys that started a band in a garage that never imagined anybody would give a shit about buying their records, and now they're selling some records, and nothing's ever been written
And
up.
that's my point to all the guys when it started taking off is you have no idea how hard it is to be just to make money in this business. Forget a living and a successful tour, and we've stumbled onto something. So let's just fucking roll with it. And there's bigger opportunities down the road. There is. I've talked to Scott about it. He knows that there's bigger shit to come. Yet he can't fucking just be a team player.
But Julie, as somebody else made the point before, that's why people are coming, because Scott's being a pain in the ass, and this is going on and that's going on.
But
Otherwise,
the Scott pain in the ass stuff you don't see on stage. You don't get that at the show. You see Scott fucking up and not hitting his cues here and there, but you don't get that other than this weekend when him and Ronnie were kicking a chair at each other for 5 minutes. You don't see that on stage normally, Ralph.
You guys are a mess, and people are coming to see the train wreck, so just go with the train wreck.
Absolutely. Yes, but I don't have to sit there and fucking work with a guy who's getting paid a lot of money for being a train wreck and is still accusing me or insinuating that I'm holding out on him.
But can you?
Fuck that.
Will there be any legal issues of trying to fire someone with a B12 deficiency?
It might be.
You know,
Might be
Ralph,
like a Philadelphia thing.
Ralph. The
I've
problem
got
is
my lawyer get on that.
The problem is that
Thank you.
Shuli's already done the show. Scott gave them the opening by letting Shuli and Ronnie do the show without him, and it worked. That's where the problem is.
It also worked good without him.
Of course it's going to
Without
work
Ronnie.
Of course it's going to work without Scott. He's not like he's the glue of the group or something. But
It did work without Ronnie as well. So
I had one complaint in the show the weekend that Scott missed, the Chicago-Arizona weekend, and that complaint was from a fan who said, I paid to see a train wreck. Scott's not here, and I want my money back. That was the only complaint I got.
it's not enough of a mess for me.
Really, that's what he said.
All right, thanks, Ralphie. Scott, I'm going to pick up on what Benji said with his B12. Where did this health issue come from, and is it bullshit or
No, it's not bullshit. I was having issues since late last year, and I thought it was just soreness from working out and stuff like that, and it didn't go away. And I went to my doctor. They did blood tests and all kinds of things. He didn't find it. And I went to a neurologist finally, and
He didn't find anything there either.
there's nothing in my. And they found that my B12 was deficient.
Can I ask you, Scott, because when we talked before this got on the air that you weren't able to do that weekend, you talked to me and you told me that you couldn't do it. It was a private conversation. I'm not going to bring up what you said, but it had nothing to do with your health.
Well, it is my health. I didn't want people to know that I was dealing with a health issue.
So
why?
So you lied to me
I just
before and then on the air again.
Didn't want to lie to you.
But you did twice.
I wanted to protect my health issue.
How are your vitamin D levels?
Don't you trust? Don't you trust these two guys enough? See, this is again a trust issue.
Ronnie knew.
But hold on, don't you trust?
I know
after the
afterwards.
fact, but don't you trust these two guys enough to tell them in advance? Don't you think if you told Ronnie and
I wasn't
Julie,
comfortable.
hold on, and you tell them, they would understand, as opposed to knowing that you're going to make up a lie that they're going to see right through.
I suppose that was the wrong way to do it, but I wasn't comfortable with.
What made you
just
uncomfortable?
Not comfortable. I don't know.
You
maybe
were more
that's
comfortable with making up a family cousin wedding than just coming to me aside
Do you know how
and
much
going.
job place discrimination there is against B12 sufferers?
No, seriously, what made you so uncomfortable?
I don't know. That's what I.
What do you
am.
think?
I just didn't want people. It was personal, so I didn't want people. That's how I felt. Okay, you can ask my wife. I mean, I just didn't want anybody. She says,
Throw
"Tell
vitamins
them,
at me."
tell them." I'm like, no, I don't want to tell them.
He didn't even tell me. She told me.
His wife told you?
Oh, she's talking to you?
Yeah.
She called me and told me the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know what it is,
But it was after the fact.
Wasn't comfortable.
My husband
Just
needs a
tell him,
multivitamin
because I don't know. I can't explain it.
What does the B12 deficiency prevent you from doing?
Hitting his cues on time?
Yeah. It's not really preventing me from doing anything. In the beginning, it was more, if I sit in one place for more than 10 minutes, I get cramps. My legs are sore. Cramps in my legs.
No,
but Scott, I'm going to go back to the thing.
Everybody gets cramps.
No,
if I can sit for too long.
But Scott, you said at one point you thought you had MS, which is very serious.
Yes,
and I would understand that.
I had CAT scans. I had MRIs.
I understand, but so if I thought I had MS, San Francisco, Connecticut, I'm just not doing shows anymore.
Well, I can't. Well, that's why.
But you said no to the West Coast show, but yes to the local show. If I really thought my health was in danger, I'd say no to all shows.
No, I didn't think my health was in danger. Yeah, you got it wrong. It's very uncomfortable to travel.
Here's the telling.
I was hoping that by skipping these shows, that with the treatments I'm getting, that further down the line, a month later, I'd be much better.
See, that makes more sense.
I would respect you 100% more if you just came out and just said, "Look, dude, my biggest issue is the money. That's it. I want more money. I don't like that you're making more."
I'm not going to deny that. Okay?
That's all you've been doing. Is you come up with other excuses other than what you're really pissed off about.
No, of course, I want us all to make more money. I'm not in it just for myself. Granted, the money is great. I'm not denying the money isn't good.
Do you think what you get paid for San Francisco and Sacramento for what you did? Do you think that was a good amount, or should you have gotten more?
That was a good amount.
Do you think Shirley should be paid more than you?
That's
yes or no?
Just be honest.
You see, the problem is, should he be paid? That's not the problem. Should he be paid more than
You're not
me?
answering the
I'm not saying what's the problem. I'm asking you a
He's doing a lot
question.
more, but our arrangement was we got paid
So
the
yes
same.
or no?
So that sounds like a no.
So yes or no?
If he would have come to me and said, "Listen, I'm doing a lot more than we originally thought,"
Scott, do you
think Shirley should be paid more than you?
Fine, yes.
You do.
Then it seems we don't have
But
a problem.
You don't believe that. You're going to sit here and tell me you actually
You're
feel
not
that
getting
way.
my point. You're not. I'm
You didn't
probably
make a
not,
point.
I'm not probably explaining it clearly. The original agreement was we made the same amount of money.
So then the answer is
no.
Oh,
That
wait,
was
wait.
never.
Yes,
that
it
was never
was.
said.
So Ronnie, what do you say?
Because the first couple of shows,
They
He
made
got
more
nothing.
than me.
He got
they
like
made more
$100
than me. Like the first 3-4
but we
shows.
were guaranteed X amount of dollars.
Were you aware of that, Scott? That
Yes,
there was,
I told him that.
Yes. So, and then as time went on,
But I don't throw it in his face like he throws expenses in my face.
What that tells me, although there was no agreement, what that tells me is if you guys were willing to take your fee and it was a partnership, but he took less because it was all on him, then he is sort of running the show.
I took
and you
less.
you sort of agreed to that. Otherwise, you would have said, no, we'll take less and we'll all split it.
I took less because you guys never
That
really
was
do
one
anything.
show.
No, it wasn't, Scott. It was more than one show. Chambersburg, you guys were making good money right from the start. Right from the start.
No, I know that.
and I didn't take my share for at least 3 shows, maybe 4. I didn't take a cut. I didn't make anything.
See, I didn't know that was that many shows that you didn't take that much.
I explained it to you when we had our fight in your studio, and I explained that to you. And, you hear what you want to hear.
Scott, I'm going back to that question I asked you before because I want you to answer honestly. Do you think Shuley should make more money than you?
Well, if he increased his workload, I know you want a yes or a no. I'm just trying to explain this. I thought our agreement was that we were all, like when we did Portland and Seattle, we had an agreement to make X amount of dollars, and at the end of the night, whatever was left over, we split.
Okay.
So why would I think that would change without them telling me that it was going to change?
I could throw a guess out for you. I would say that if I saw a guy, and I'm not saying that you should know this because it should be verbally spoken, but if you see a guy doing the bulk of the work,
well, I thought the promoter, I didn't know he was doing the bulk.
What about the hour that I'm on stage? What is that to you?
Not on an hour. It's a little exaggeration.
what would you say the ratio?
Dude, if you added up all the fucking time you've been on stage, you know what's funny about
That's
you?
10 minutes.
I get to a point where I start feeling bad, and I'm almost ready to let you fucking back in, and then you open that
Wow, how
dumb
kind of
fucking
you.
mouth of yours,
How kind
and I'm
of
like,
you.
why am I even wasting my time with this fucking idiot?
Say, for argument's sake, he's on stage for 45 minutes.
Whatever.
How long are you on stage per show?
I'm not on stage a lot.
But like 5 minutes?
But I'm there. I mean, I'm.
So he's 8 to 9 times
We're
more.
all there. I mean,
So it's
we're
a
all
fucking
there,
stool.
We're all
But-
there
and
the
it's-
same amount.
it's
I'm
not-
a stool. Yeah.
It's not just a numbers
I am
game
a
because
stool.
you bring something to the table too. When Scott's going to be there, people can come out and see you. But he is carrying the workload on the stage.
I'm just telling you what our agreement. And I'm going to go back to our
He
original
can't answer the
agreement.
question. He won't answer your question.
Now that you're aware of what Shuli does,
okay, he
and
can-
all that stuff
Fine.
aside, do
If he
you
wants to
think,
come to me and say, I
do
think
you
I should-
think Shuli should make more money than you?
Fine. Yes.
Okay, so my question to you now is, if for some bizarre reason Shuli said all is forgiven, all the shit you said about me today being a too-big comedian and a hack and everything else is forgiven,
And all the shit he's thrown in my way.
and you said you forgive him, with the current agreement, not the all split, the agreement that he threw at you, would you do that now?
Flat fee.
Would you do the flat
A
fee
flat
agreement?
fee?
Moving forward, knowing everything you know.
No.
Now, I'm so glad you answered this honestly, because this is what Scott the Engineer is all about. This motherfucker is going to walk away
ahead,
from
attack.
thousands of dollars
Attack
when the
dog.
flat fee was $500 less than he made this weekend. That's his flat fee. And he's willing to walk away from it for good. That's you. That's who you are,
You're not
motherfucker.
explaining it, man.
That's who you are.
Why would you walk away from the flat fee? Or from the other option?
Because he feels he's owed more. He feels he deserves more. He feels like he's doing something.
All right, so Scott,
Those guys decided. You're not getting it.
Who's those guys? You keep saying those guys.
all right, so say
I don't make as much as Shuli either, you fucking moron.
Okay, but Scott, say Ronnie agrees with
he
what
hands
Shuli
me a fucking check. That's all I care about.
So you don't care if Shuli makes more money than you?
No, I don't give a shit. Just let me go
just said
home.
This guy's old. He just wants to go
See,
home.
here's your problem. Your problem is
Yeah.
that you're counting Ronnie as a partner, and Ronnie doesn't appear to want to be
They're
a
all
partner.
the partners. That's the whole thing, Gary.
Well, they guys came to me
But
together.
Scott is saying that you are, that it's a three-way
Well,
partnership.
he's wrong. There was never a partnership. It's just something we sat down and said, okay, let's do this. There's no fucking
It was an
partnership.
agreement between three people. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys
stop
are yelling at
it.
Scott.
I'm
for
not.
saying, but you guys are giving him shit for saying, I understood we had a percentage agreement, right?
But there was no percentage agreement.
Well,
there was
then-
no agreement said this is what we're going to
on
make
the
every
air,
show.
On the air,
I-
you said you didn't come to the
I told
Chicago
him.
shows.
I told him in Portland
you
and
said
Seattle.
you didn't come to these
And
shows.
we did
you
in
changed the
Connecticut as
agreement.
well.
Now I'm going to change the agreement on you.
And I told him in Portland and Seattle. I said we will never make less than this at one of these shows, and we haven't.
So,
and we
but
haven't.
wait.
And
Why
we'll
is it
make
wrong
more.
if Scott thought
And
the
we
original
have.
agreement was a percentage deal? You say, no, I will only offer you a flat fee. Why are you giving him shit saying that's not what I want?
No, I think you're missing the point. Nobody's.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him shit, and he's not giving him shit.
wait.
He's saying, "Here's what we've agreed to do.
We did
now
it-
you can take it
We
or
did
leave
it in
it."
Portland, Seattle. We did it in Connecticut.
And it's done-
same
and we
deal.
ain't doing it
Same deal.
anymore. We ain't
you get
doing it
X amount
anymore.
of show plus whatever's left.
Oh, wait a minute.
right
Hold
now,
on a
Scott,
second.
you're losing. You're
Wait
gonna,
a second, John. I wasn't in Connecticut. Where's my cut from Connecticut?
Well,
If it's a partnership,
You weren't there.
Where's
You
my
gotta-
fucking
Well,
cut?
Well, where's my cut from Arizona and
You
Chicago?
got $4,000 in fucking Connecticut. Where's my
I
cut?
didn't get anywhere near $4,000.
Oh, bullshit, dude.
I tell you
Shirley got
exactly what I
$4,000.
got. I can tell you exactly what I got. If you think I got
What'd you get?
$4,000, 22.
in Connecticut.
That's correct.
No, you got.
I will bet on that.
Really?
I would swear on my life that that's what I got.
Wow,
Where's
I know-
my cut? I want a cut.
I know you made
wasn't
more
there.
than-
I don't give a shit that I wasn't there. My name's on it. It's the fucking Ronnie Munn Block Party. Where's my fucking cut?
It's not up to me.
What do you mean? Now it's not up to you. It's a partnership. Where's my cut?
We have to all decide on that.
What do you mean we all have to decide?
That's what. That's three people have to decide.
I think that when you walked away from the shows, somebody else decided that they could live without you. That's where it gets weird.
Well, Shirley, we got to wrap up.
Yeah, they
Scott,
weren't happy. I missed the Chicago show.
Shirley, Scott, in or out?
Like I said, I always start feeling bad, and I want to say he's back in, but then he fucking says what he says, and I'm just like, why? Why would I put myself through it? Why do I want to deal with this shit? I want Ronnie happy. If Ronnie wants him in, I don't know. We got to figure this out. I don't know.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Howard talked about the AGT staged fight that we did, that he was upset about, and I went in to talk about it on the wrap-up show, and John Lieberman came in and tried to put words in my mouth that weren't there, and I got pissed off. Check it out.
Thanks to Natalie, we got that Vegas story today about Ronnie. And
I have a feeling we were going to get that without Natalie.
Well, regardless, Ronnie staged this fight with the other security guys there.
Hold on a second.
They staged it, and he was a part of it. Okay. At first, I thought they were going for a Howie Mandel was behind all of this or something, but that didn't happen. But when Ronnie went in there and Howard and Robin both explained how they felt, it seemed to me that Ronnie either just decided to tune out and didn't want to deal with it, or he really feels that he did nothing wrong in this situation.
Well, I got to start by saying I do love Ronnie, and I said on the air, he actually made me look a little foolish because yesterday on the air I talked about how amazing. Oh, it wasn't on the air. I was doing the special for behind the scenes at AGT, and I talked about how amazing Ronnie is, how people throw all sorts of shit at him verbally, and how he doesn't let it get to them, and he's the consummate professional. And I get that there's a familiarity when you work on a crew. I was there for a weekend, and I feel like I knew these people. I was eating with them, and you're hanging out with them, and you get to know them. So Ronnie's like really in there. But
were you saying like, "Hey, asshole," when you ran into him?
No. But I mean, you get familiar with people. So if I got familiar with them over a weekend, imagine how bonding and experience it must be for Ronnie over 6 weekends.
So
and a Vegas week.
Okay, so
however,
you've got the familiarity.
Like I'm familiar with you, but when John and I come in the morning, I don't go, "Hey, douchebag."
Well, you could, but
we don't.
No, that's just our relationship. But
I don't do that to anybody.
Well, Ronnie does this to almost everybody. I mean, that's just the way he communicates, and we'll get to that in a second. But my point is, being Howard's guy for so long and knowing. Why would you take the chance? Why? And this happened before here when Ronnie and Scott did that Langford bit a few years ago. It's like this creative bone that's inside of them that needs to come out. Do you think Ronnie wants to be sort of a writer and an entertainer, or what possesses him to do this?
I don't know that Ronnie wants to be a writer. That's Howard's rap, and there may be something to that. But I do know that Ronnie likes to be in the middle of things. He's not a guy that wants to stand on the side. Standing on the side and watching is against what Ronnie wants to be in, when he's not doing that. He likes to be in the middle of the party. He likes to be part of the fun. Now, Ronnie's whole rap was, well, this wasn't supposed to happen in front of Howard's door. It was supposed to happen down the hall. But the truth of the matter is it shouldn't happen at all. Because I do agree, even though everybody on the crew knows each other, you do get into a weird area where there may be a lack of respect, and why didn't one of the other guys do it?
If it's not near Howard's door, who is the prank for? Is it for the other security guys?
No, it appeared to be for the one security guy who didn't know that Harvey and Ronnie have this relationship going on. That's a goof. That's what I got out of it, was for that guy.
Benji, why do you think Ronnie realizes that he made a mistake here, or do you even think Ronnie made a mistake by doing this?
Yeah, I think it was a mistake. I think it was horseplay. I don't think Ronnie put a lot of thought into it. I think it was just like, hey, we're having fun.
But shouldn't you put a lot of thought? I get what you're saying. He didn't put a lot of thought into it, but that's part of his job.
I think it was a big mistake. I think it was it was.
I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it in any malicious way. But I just feel like again, you got to be at the top of your game, even more so when you're outside of here.
Does this incident destroy everything that Ronnie, all the goodwill, I guess, that Ronnie's built up on AGT? Because he has been doing such a great job.
With Howard? Or
with Howard, and two, with NBC and those folks.
I can't speak for the NBC folks. I mean, I don't know. Though I met a lot of the security guys, and they all seem to, be funny guys. I don't know if they would have done this, but I think they probably just thought the whole thing was goofy, my guess is, and they don't really care. Howard's probably a little bothered by it.
Yeah, I think Howard's genuinely angry. He said he was with, I guess, Beth and some other people.
His brother-in-law and his sister-in-law.
And he was pissed. And but at first he was concerned because he thought something actually may be happening out in the halls. And then you find out, haha, it's all a joke. How do you expect him to react?
Exactly. And by the way, I want to give a big shout out to Ralph, who, when he called in this morning, didn't try to lie and act like a hard ass. Said he opened the door, saw a fight, and immediately crawled back into the room. I love that about Ralph.
Brian, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, how you doing? First time I've got the chance to speak with you. How you doing today?
Good, Brian. Thanks for calling. What's on your mind?
Hey, no, I'm very surprised that Ronnie, out of all these times that I've had the chance to listen to you guys here on Sirius, and I didn't get the chance to listen much before that because you weren't here in Indiana, but he just doesn't get it. He needs to stand there and do nothing, dress him up like one of the British guys over there in London that's guarding the palace or something, and just not move his eyes, not say anything, and just do what he's supposed to do, and that's guard Howard. I mean, why would he want to start something outside his dressing room? That's just amazing to me.
I can't answer that. I wish Ronnie were here, and he'd probably give you an answer. But I think his answer is, I didn't start anything. It was Harvey's idea. It was a joke. I just agreed to it.
Do you think he's sort of seeking attention, or he's just kind of playing around and hanging out with the guys?
There's a little of both in there. I know he likes to play around and hang out with the guys, and I think he likes to be in the middle of stuff.
Well, the hard-hitting 100 News reporter John Lieberman now enters the studio.
He's got a Post-it in his hand, which means he's got breaking news.
He's got something on Ronnie, I'm sure.
Well, there's a couple things. One, Ronnie went on the record to say, yes, he regrets his actions in this situation. But when I asked him, do you believe you embarrassed Howard, he walked away. He said, fuck you, I'm not answering that. And he walked away. But here's the good behind the scenes, and this shows just how concerned Ronnie was right when the incident happened. This guy Harvey says to him, pulls Ronnie aside after the whole thing and says to him, I'll bet you $1 million Howard doesn't even bring this up because Howard hasn't said a word. This was a couple hours after. And Ronnie goes, no, man, he will bring it up. He will bring it up on the air. And so Ronnie bets him the $1 million, that will Howard bring it up or not. So Ronnie clearly was concerned from the get-go about this. And here he is. Ronnie, you were concerned at the get-go about this event, correct? Because Harvey bet you $1 million that Howard wouldn't bring it up.
Okay, so what's your point?
So that shows that you were concerned from the get-go about the gravity of this, despite you playing it down today.
Dude, what the fuck is your problem? Leave me alone. You're always trying to dig something up that's not there, but okay, go ahead. What's your question, John, so I can get out of here, please? John Hine.
Thank you, Ronnie. You seem more upset than usual about this stuff. I mean, your balls have been broken God knows how many times, and this one seems to have gotten to you for some reason.
I don't know. I guess it did. Okay.
Well, do you feel, Ronnie, in this situation that you didn't do anything wrong, yet Howard's making a big deal out of it, or do you feel like you did do something wrong?
Yeah, I guess we did. Both of us did. Not just me.
Harv, you're talking about?
Yeah.
And did it cross your mind that maybe it wasn't such a good idea at the chance that it might piss off Howard?
At the time, everybody was thinking about what a cool bit this would be with just between us, what we were doing. It was a bunch of guys hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about, I'm not going to speak for Harvey, but I didn't think about the consequences afterwards, okay?
Do you think that if you guys would have done this down the hall, like you said, you wasn't supposed to be in front of Howard's room, you did it down the hall, and Howard just heard about it later on through the grapevine,
I don't
he'd
know.
have the same reaction?
I don't know. It really did cause a major commotion in there because nobody really knew what was going on. They really didn't know if it was for real or not because the only ones who knew about it were me and a few, the security guys and Harvey. So nobody knew what was when it went down, it looked real.
Well, I got a question for you, Ronnie. I've been where you've been, so I got to answer this as honestly as you can. When Harvey came up to you and threw this at you,
right?
Was there any part of you that thought maybe we shouldn't do this, or did you just immediately think it was a great idea?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It was the last day of taping. Everybody was like happy, and we were having a good time, and I don't know. It shouldn't have happened.
No, but I'm saying, like, when you heard it, did you say? Because I've done things,
yeah,
and it's never dawned on me till afterwards.
Afterwards. Well, it was like the same thing with Bubba's wedding. It didn't dawn on me till I got back to the room.
But
that
that's
night.
different because you were drunk that night. That's a whole different thing. This is like I've done things and then afterwards gone, damn, I'm
going to hear about it.
But I didn't think about it when I first thought about doing it.
Exactly.
What was the time difference between when Harvey gave you the idea and when it happened?
About 30 seconds.
So it happened immediately.
And what happened was it wasn't supposed to happen that quick.
he said, we're going to do this in a little while. And then the next thing I know, I'm on the floor because I turned my back and I said to him, dude, I was eating like, I don't know, a couple of pretzels and I had a can of ginger ale in my hand. I said, wait till I get done with this. He said, yeah, okay. Next thing I know, boom, man. He like blindsided me from the back and I'm laying in ginger ale now. And people thought somebody pissed in their pants because we were all on the floor and it was ginger ale. So it's kind of like that color.
Now, there's a rumor going around that there may actually be video of this.
I thought you said it'd actually be pee.
One of the security guys has it on his phone.
So we're working on obtaining that.
How did the other security guys know?
You're not going to get it.
We're working on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can work all you want, but if Terrence gives it up, this guy, then he's not a man. And
he's not the only one who has it.
All right.
Ronnie, when Howard came out...
You know what, John? You're really getting on my fucking nerves today. So why don't you just leave me alone today? You're talking like a moron right now. Just get away from me.
He's talking to you, John, not me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how is today different than other days? I'm asking you questions.
You got that fucking edge in your voice today. It's like, I can't wait to fucking fuck this guy in his ass by getting that video. You want me to get you the fucking video? I'll get you the goddamn video. It's already out on the goddamn fucking table already, all right? I'll get you the video if you want it that bad.
Why are you so worked up?
Why? Because you
don't think the video is going to be interesting for everybody to see?
Well,
as a reporter, we get information.
Good. Well,
That's
you
why
go
we ask for the video.
get information.
Well,
Okay.
if you're going to give me the video, I'll take
get it for you. I'll call a guy and have him send it to you. How's
all right,
that?
that's great.
All right.
Thank
I'll
you.
make your fucking life easy.
Thank you.
To throw me under the fucking bus. Go ahead.
How did I throw you under the bus? Howard brought it up.
No, nobody was going to release the video because you think you're going to be Mr. Hot Shit reporter and get it. I'll make it easy for you. I'll get it for you. How's that? Okay.
Thank you. I'm saying thank you.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to be thanked. That's what's going on here.
When Howard came out, he sounded genuinely concerned that you might be hurt. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I know about that.
And so, did you approach him about that? Did you say you were sorry, or did you have a conversation?
He found out about it. He found out it quick enough that it was a joke thing. So,
what about this other thing they got on you today for, like walking up to everybody and saying, "Hey asshole" or "Hey douchebag"?
It wasn't. It's not everybody. It's me and Harvey. That's what What are you talking about, dude? It was me and Harvey. Every morning I'd have to communicate with Harvey. Part of my job to let them know we were on our way to the set. Okay, so. The first thing I would get a message in the morning from Harvey. Good morning, douchebag. How are you today? Go fuck yourself. And I would answer him back like, hey, dick ass, we're on our way.
So you would say that Harvey's the one who started the goofing around and calling each other asshole douchebags.
No, yeah, exactly. But I'm saying it was a mutual thing. We got along really good. So
this kid Harvey's getting you into trouble.
It's not a kid. This is a man. This is a man who runs the whole stage production.
He's a man.
So do you talk to people that way that you're close to, almost like as an affectionate term?
We goof around, man. We goof with all the guys we were goofing around.
Does Ronnie seem more upset than usual about this stuff to you?
No, because we were goofing around. You're in a hallway for 8-10 hours a day. I mean, you know, standing against the wall like a statue. Okay, fine, it's no problem. But when you're at a bunch of people doing the same thing. You know, you talk, you goof around, you joke around. I don't see anything wrong with that, but okay.
Sounds like Ronnie was bored in Vegas.
I wasn't. I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. This wasn't only Vegas. This was through the whole thing.
By the way, when you said Ronnie looks more angry today, it was really interesting because you can't see it visually, but Ronnie walks in, and Lieberman said something, and Ronnie looked him up and down. His eyes just said, "You're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
You know that.
No, I'm not saying he's a piece of shit, but you know he makes like he's going to some big deal out of this. It's already out on the table.
I was gonna say it's already
out on the table already, John. I don't know. You want the video? I'll get you the fucking video. Be my guest.
TV wanted the video.
Yeah, well, TV wants everything. They should be there covering this shit if they want it.
Ronnie, did you think Robin was getting on you today?
Robin gets on me all the time. That's nothing new. That doesn't bother me.
It's
nothing new.
Did you think Robin was sort of piping in here, Gary?
Well, I thought she was a little emasculating.
Well, she always is to me. So that's nothing new.
Well, I thought you were supposed to stop doing that.
Well, yeah, not in my case. It hasn't stopped, believe me.
Will you bring this up with Howard later in the day, or is it water under the bridge?
I'm not going to bring it up. If he brings it up, that's another story, you know?
Is there any concern about anyone?
He's never said... See, that's what I told Harvey. He says to me, Howard never said a word about it. It's never going to be talked about. But I said, that's why I said to him, you're going to owe me $1 million. Because if it doesn't come up Monday, if it doesn't come up Tuesday, it's going to come up. No, he hasn't even said a word to me about it. He would have said something to me if he was mad. He wouldn't say nothing. He didn't say shit to me. I said, you'll see, Harvey. You'll see. And I'm going to take the hit for the whole thing because you're back in L.A. and I'm here in New York.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Ronnie and Richard. Richard being willing to blow Ronnie for $1 million and Ronnie having to finish. Ronnie and Richard are undeterred. They are very, I don't know if I'm going to say excited about it, but they're certainly not nervous. And everybody weighed in because they both believe that this isn't a gay act. Watch what happens. We've got to talk about Ronnie and Richard. This came up on Wrap Up the other day, and now Howard's well aware of it, and you got to have that conversation. And has your mind changed at all? I mean, you went pretty hard on that banana, but do you...
Thanks for noticing.
Oh, please! How could you miss it? But you almost choked yourself?
I gagged. Yeah, I was gagging.
Are you thinking twice? This is becoming more real now. I guess Noel's now on the hook and is going to call, and it seems to be it might actually happen. Does that scare you or intimidate you, or does that get you more excited to do it?
It gets me excited. I'm that much closer to being a millionaire, and plus, I mean, part of the big thing for me is I love funny bits, and I love doing funny stuff for the Stern Show, and it'll be a great bit. And I just think it'll be hilarious.
Richard, I got to ask you a question. Have you really discussed this with your wife at all? Like, did you go home that day and say, "Listen, we could possibly get $1 million"?
Absolutely.
And what did she say?
She was like, "Yeah, go for it." She's like, "As long as you're not messing around with another woman." You know, if she knows Ronnie, my wife and Ronnie are really good friends.
But she didn't like laugh and go, "No, you're kidding," or anything like that. She was just like, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah. She was. Wow. I mean, she knows it's funny. She was laughing about it, and we keep joking about it. We keep saying, if I blow Ronnie, we'll get to afford some Dom Perignon to wash my mouth out with, and all this stuff.
But it's becoming less of a joke and more of a real thing, it seems.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit worried that I might have scared Ronnie off, because when I was blowing that banana and looking into his eyes and, sucking it, it seemed like it creeped him out a little bit. So I hope I didn't scare him off from it.
You know what I think is, first of all, I really genuinely commend you, because...
Thank you.
I and I'm a little jealous, but I know it's like, I like... And I think, that I know you don't like some parts of it. And I know you're not I know you're not into it in a sexual way. And I also think that you don't like the fact that your parents being wouldn't like it and things like that. But I think
my parents have a pretty good sense of humor, though. They
Richard, there's having a good sense of humor and watching your son blow Ronnie to completion. I don't know how good of a sense of humor I would have if I was your dad about that.
Well, they listen to the show. They heard me lick Sal's nuts, and they've heard me get my taint kissed by Sal. And
all seems harmless now.
This is just one step above all that.
Is it something you could say,
really 7
like
steps.
The way you talk to your wife about it, say, "Hey, I want to make sure you're comfortable with it." Have you had that same conversation with your parents, or will you? Or
no. Well, and I also thought, maybe I thought maybe Howard or somebody would want to ask them first before I even talk.
Their blessing.
Believe me, they'll be front and center, sitting in the front row. In Barca lounges.
You and Ronnie have agreed to this, and it's got to be Ronnie's got to come. But both of you insist that this is not gay.
Yeah. Well, in some people's eyes it is, not in mine. To me it's funny, and it's an easy way to get $1 million.
Regardless of it being funny or not, because I think it would be a great bit. How can it not be? How do you not consider it a gay act? I don't understand that.
Because I'm not doing it for sexual reasons. I'm not turned on by Ronnie. I'm not going to be turned on by his penis.
Okay, so hold on a second.
How do you know that?
Hold on a second. So
I'm pretty sure I won't.
If another girl fingered a girl, say it's your wife, and got her off, but it was for goofing around. It wasn't for sexual reasons.
Women on women is not goofing around. I don't think.
Why?
It's all purpose.
It's not as funny to me. I mean, guy on guy stuff to me. I don't know why, and I'm not homophobic. I think this proves how homophobic I am.
Oh, I agree.
I think it's funny.
But how can you say it's not sexual when a man is going to ejaculate?
in your mouth.
In a condom.
It's maybe sexual for Ronnie, but not for me.
See, Ronnie thinks it's not because he's laying back, closing his eyes and getting blown, and that's how he's rationalizing it. He's not. Maybe he is thinking about it being you, but to him it makes it. But he wouldn't blow you. That he thinks is gay, which makes no sense to me.
It's all intention. Like, and I'm not joking around. Like, is a pap smear a sexual act? If a woman,
it's a smear, not a schmear.
If a woman, and this is a horrible thing, but if a woman orgasms during rape, which is actually very common,
right.
Does that mean she wants to be raped?
No, it is common. Benji's right. That is common, but
I've never been able to do that.
That's also not premeditated. This is like, this will. I mean, I can't imagine either of you being able to sleep the night before.
What about the night after?
Together.
Hey, once it's done and I got that money, I'm fine.
I think the scariest thing though is the fact that I know it's a small, actually maybe it's not even a small chance. The fact that you have to do it to completion, so you're counting on Ronnie.
Oh, it's a team effort, no doubt.
To finish, and if he doesn't, you could do this all for zero.
I know. That's the scary part about it.
You guys have to work together.
There's got to be, that's a part of any kind of contest, I guess. There's got to be a risk that you won't win.
Right. This is the Gay Amazing Race.
Marianne in Kentucky, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Marianne.
Oh, hi. Hey, I just want to find out from Richard, it's about time you finally come out of the closet. You and Sal have been through so much. But isn't Sal going to be feeling left out from all this? With you and Ronnie?
I talked to Sal about it. I said, would you do this? Would you want to be a part of this? And he was like, no way. Sal doesn't want to blow Ronnie. And I
was thinking more if you blew Sal. Would you blow Sal? If Ronnie,
for the money, yeah.
Let me tell you, if Ronnie stepped out and Ronnie and Sal were willing to step in, would you do it?
Probably, but I don't know. I'm so close with Sal, there would be something weird about it. I would think that it might ruin our friendship.
Now it's
some weird way.
Now it's getting weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Ronnie's, I'm friends with Ronnie as well, but there's just something that's different about doing it to Ronnie. I'm not as worried about it.
Now, let me ask you a question. We talked about this on the air today. Say somebody were to step in and undercut you and do it for $950,000.
They can do it, then I'm not.
You wouldn't go to
$9.
$9.
No.
You're not bargaining?
Nope, not at all.
And Ralph was the name, Gary, that was floated out there?
I don't want to. Somebody came and told me that. So without Ralph calling in and putting it out there, I don't really want to go there. But yeah, somebody came to me and said Ralph told them they would do it for $9.
Do you think that's dicky at all for someone to undercut you, or you no problem?
No, because I'm going to be right there in front row laughing at whoever's doing it. To me, it's still a funny bit. Whoever blows Ronnie in public, another guy, it's going to be hilarious.
Garrett, do you have any, I asked Howard this, and he said, absolutely, I'm going to do it. Do you think Howard, this is $1 million for Rich, do you think Howard has any qualms about doing it?
What do you mean? Like putting it on a show?
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if he'll really do it.
I mean,
it's a big thing.
For
AGT's going to love it, the synergy of it.
For starters, we have to take it off-site because you can't do it here in this building.
Yeah, I wonder what the logistics of it would be.
I'm telling you, we take it to Citi Field. No, we can't go to Citi Field, but believe me, we'll find a place.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can even do it in New York, though. Would we maybe have to go to Vegas?
Hold on a second.
What are you worried about if it's considered
like a porn show?
It's not prostitution. It's not prostitution because nobody's paying. Both parties are getting paid, but one person isn't paying another person. But you're right; it could be considered a porn movie, and then we'll just have to fly to L.A.
We might have to go to Mozambique or something.
Dubai.
Yeah,
the Thriller in Manila.
Jim in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
What's happening, guys? My God, I'm happy to get through. Long-time listener. Hey, guys, it's funny because it's true. I think Richard would do this for $50,000 if they would have brought that up. Now it's $1 million. This is something he wants to do, I think.
I don't know. If anybody underbids me, they can have it. And I told Sal earlier, I'm like, this is a win-win for me because if it doesn't happen, then I don't have to blow Ronnie, which is great. If it does happen, unfortunately, I have to blow Ronnie, but I get $1 million.
No, you really don't.
The loss is if you blow Ronnie and he doesn't come.
That's the really scary part.
And by the way, even with the money on the table, you don't really have to blow Ronnie. You choose to blow Ronnie for the money. There's a big difference.
Would there be any like if
if I see $1 million, I have to do it.
If Richard came first, would he still get the money?
That's what everybody says, and you can. John Hine can inspect me down there. John Hine can put his hand on my crotch and verify that I will not get.
You're the only one we'll trust, John.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
I will. I can assure you, I will not get a boner while I'm blowing Ronnie.
How can you assure us?
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I'm not gay. I know that I'm
you
not.
haven't. But you said you haven't done this before, so you can't know that. You may get turned on.
I know that trust me, I've watched enough gay porn with JD pulling clips that I know it doesn't turn me on. But I've never gotten a boner watching
There's
gay
a
porn.
difference between watching a clip and you physically doing it, though.
What would happen if you have this dick in your mouth and you start to feel feelings you've never felt before, and you do sort of get a semi?
I guess then I have to have a deep conversation with myself
and your wife.
Yeah.
You know, one interesting thing, I think, like, neither would switch places. I asked them both. Like,
That's right.
They both are in the, like, Ronnie will only receive and Richard will only give.
Wait. You think that it's gay to get the blowjob?
No, not that it's gay. I just don't think I could get a boner and jizz from Ronnie blowing.
What if it were Sal? Like, what if you switch it now? Sal
No guy. I don't think no guy could blow
What
me
if the lead singer of White Lion stepped in?
Mike Tramp?
Yeah.
I don't think
he's got long
I don't
blonde
think
hair.
he's into that.
I know you're not anti-gay at all, but do you think it's gay that Ronnie could complete it?
No, because I know Ronnie will be thinking about women. He'll, like he said, he'll have his eyes closed. Well,
I think that we have to, like, with the rules during the Scott thing, he has to.
You got to put in one of those things. What was that movie, Clockwork Orange, or one of those where they had the thing
keeps
that
his eyes open?
forces his eyes open? You got to put that on Ronnie.
Ralph Sorella, your name is being bandied about here. Is it true? Are you offering to undercut either of these guys and get in on the money?
Well, I don't know about undercutting because the problem is I couldn't come. I'm sure I couldn't come from that. So how much could I get for just limp dicking it?
Nothing.
You want to be the opening act or something?
But for $1 million, you could blow Richard and then blow.
No, I'm not. No. Richard can blow me.
Yeah, but if you can't come,
I'd rather not blow Ralph.
So Ralph, do you see it?
Well, that's what makes it interesting now. You seem happy to blow Ronnie.
Well, because it's funny. I mean, it's funny to goof on Ronnie, and it's funny to watch how uncomfortable he is with this. I don't know that you would be as uncomfortable with this.
Ralph, do you see a distinct difference in one or the other?
What do you mean, giving or receiving?
Right.
Oh, actually, absolutely. I mean, giving it is much gayer. They're both gay acts, by the way. Richard's crazy if he's saying blowing a guy is not a gay act, but doing it is much gayer than just receiving it. Because, like you said, you could close your eyes, but I mean, it's still gay. But you're doing a lot of work to blow somebody.
Ralph,
but to receive it, you have to get turned on.
Yeah, Ralph. How do you know that you wouldn't finish?
Because I don't finish from girls. I don't like blowjobs. I'm not. And I'm sure Richard's not going to kick it up a notch.
You didn't see him with the banana today. He knows what he's doing.
Hey, what if we do like Richard? What if like works several guys from the staff at once, and the one to come first gets the $1 million?
Gets the $1 million.
Yeah,
well, wait.
What do I get out of that?
What if he works on both me and Ronnie, and then there's, you're guaranteed at least, like 700,000, and then whoever comes first gets the extra 300.
I just had this most disgusting vision in my head. Like I zoned for a minute, and I had this idea of like Richard really working it, and moving his head back and hocking a big loogie on it, like they do in the porn.
You watch too much teen anal, Gary.
All right.
Would you spit all over it first, Richard?
If that's what it took, whatever.
But Ralph, you do say something interesting. You say it absolutely one way or the other. It is a gay act. So you're saying you admit that it's a gay act, but you still be willing to do it for $1 million.
Absolutely. Of course, it's a gay act.
But Ralph is making sense.
Yes,
but I don't think Richard is using the word like how would you what would you define a gay act as?
When two men are in love and making love, and I'm not in love with Ronnie, and he's not in love with me.
We're now joined by Ronnie Mund, who's the other half of this event that we're trying to make happen. And Ronnie, you don't seem very concerned about this. It's just another day at the office.
Say
what
you said to me during the break, Ronnie.
What'd I say? Oh, about nobody's going to come up with the money?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Because it's no big deal. It's not going to
I'm
happen.
not worried about it.
What if someone does come up with the money?
They're not coming up with $3 million, dude. Not for that.
That sounds like a taunt. It's like Ronnie's.
See, I can look at that girl's ass and we have no problem.
Yeah, he's got a picture on his phone.
While Richard's mouth's around your penis, you got no problem with
I
that?
wouldn't even think about it to be Richard's.
You can you do that? Do you think you can mentally block out the fact that Richard's the one doing it?
I think I could.
Even
I
though
hope you can.
For $1 million cash, man.
See, maybe
Come
I
on
could.
now.
Maybe I could, and maybe
I don't have jump the shark money. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
He didn't blow
I
a
still
TV
wouldn't do
guide. Maybe I could, and maybe I couldn't. All right. So say I could get into maybe I get some drinks and I get into a zone where I imagine it, something else, and say I could do that. When you're done, people will still say you came from a guy blowing you.
Right.
So you got to deal with that.
Okay. Yeah, but what's wrong with that? Why is that a bad thing?
Actually, there's nothing really wrong with it, but there is to me, the whole gay thing is not that big a deal if you're gay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you guys aren't, and so people will think that you are, and to some people there is a stigma for that.
Yeah. New York's pretty liberal, though. I think we'd be fine around here.
Yeah, but the family reunion in Kansas City would be a little weird.
Hey, Ron, if I'm real sorry. We all know you lost your mom. If she was still around, could you be doing this?
Probably not.
Ralph?
My mom's around, but she doesn't get the show.
Yeah, and Ralph, by the way, certainly no way would she hear about it from anyone else.
No, she's pretty insulated. The only one who would tell her is my sister, and I could give her $10,000 to keep her mouth shut. I'm loaded at this point. By the way, I'm gone for $1 million cash. I mean, it's $1 million cash, right?
Yeah,
after
right,
taxes.
right, Ralph.
Gone where? Gone where?
I'm gone. Are you kidding? $1 million? You know what you can do with $1 million? Fuck, I'm gone. Really, I don't have to deal with anybody giving me shit over it.
Well, wait, Ralph, you still got.
I'm in the Bahamas somewhere.
You still got a lot of life left. And you got
I'm going to go live it out on a beach. I'm done.
I thought all these guys, $1 million's a huge to me, but I thought all you guys had more money.
See,
$1 million's not a big lifestyle. That's if you just
really.
It's like $70,000 a year if you just live on it.
Hold on. You realize how much? $1 million's you put it in the bank and just live off the interest.
But that's like $70,000.
First of all,
it also depends on
$70,000 a year. I sell my house, get a nice chunk of change for that. Okay, plus with all the other investments I have right now.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong. I respect $1 million, but I thought you guys had more.
It depends also on the lifestyle you lead and where you want to live. In New York, $1 million, it's a lot of money, but it doesn't solve everything depending upon how you use it. Like Ralph's saying, if he wants to sell his place and go move to wherever and live a different kind of life, yeah, it's possible, but I don't know if everybody's willing to do that.
And Ronnie's got a secret weapon he's not talking about.
What's that?
He can start collecting Social Security as well. Seriously, that's a whole other chunk of change.
But Ralph, you're not getting the $1 million if you're not coming.
Yeah, well, see, that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe if I don't have any, maybe I could if I don't do anything for like a month, and you know how you get like that, and if somebody just touches you, you explode.
Well, the other thing is maybe you
is there a time limit? What if quick?
Could Ronnie maybe take ecstasy, and then it might be easier.
See, I think he has to.
I ain't taking anything, pal.
Drug tested.
I learned my lesson with that
minimum
this
amount of
past
time.
weekend.
Oh, it's like Olympic drug testing.
Wow.
You're going to make sure he
Can
doesn't.
you finish? One last question. Can you finish wherever you want?
Well, I think there was talk that Ronnie would finish on my face, which I'd rather not that happen, but I think they want proof that he finishes.
I love it. I'd rather not is not no.
Well, if that's one of the little things that has to, little demands for me to get the $1 million, then I'll deal with it.
Ronnie, have you had... Oh, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead,
Yeah, but quick question. So if you're finishing on your face, then I have to touch myself to finish. Like, or were you?
No,
doing
he's
that
doing
point?
it.
We talked about it. Yeah, I would have to be the one.
This is not gay at all.
It'd be like holding a water hose, over my face.
You're earning that $1 million, that's for sure.
And Ronnie,
yeah.
Of course, there's a way this money can be. I mean, it'll turn. Somebody would sponsor it. You could be held somewhere else, so you could sell tickets. I mean, of course, it could be that money could come from somewhere. So don't think that this couldn't happen.
I can't speak for Noel Biederman, but I do know that he was trying to get the naming rights to Giant Stadium, and that's big money. And he's already a sponsor on this show. It wouldn't surprise Gary. Am I off base?
I wouldn't say it's a slam dunk, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's no way is it happening.
I'm going to ask you kind of a crude question, but so to get the $1 million for this, you have to get hard, I guess, to finish, and you have to finish. Let's say the option was you could put your penis, your limp penis, between Richard's butt cheeks and not come? Which would you rather do?
Absolutely not.
I'll do that too. Do you come a lot, Ronnie?
Do I what?
Do you come a lot?
I never measured it, dude.
Sir, come a lot.
Would you be interested if there were a $250,000 bonus to go a second round?
I could be up for that, maybe.
Do you guys agree that there should be no Viagra or anything like that, or that doesn't matter to you? Or Ronnie, you have no problem.
Well, Viagra, forget about it. He'd be sucking my dick for a fucking week.
Yes, Viagra doesn't make you come; it just gets you hard.
Andy Cohen from Bravo, who I'm fascinated by. This guy...
The guy who runs all those housewives reunions.
He's got to be worth a fortune, right? He's the head guy at Bravo.
And he brought all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and he seems like a goofy guy, but evidently he's a brilliant businessman.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the same guy who was doing those goofy interviews runs the place.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I just thought he was some goofy guy who they got to be into the housewives.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he had provided them with all those shows.
How you doing, Andy?
What's up?
Good morning.
Yeah, it's so early.
I know. All the guests come in and they have that.
Oh my God.
Days looking at me.
I know. I need some tea or something.
We'll get you handled.
Thank you, man.
We'll get you caffeinated.
Thanks.
Right this way, sir.
Right in here.
Oh, right here. Right in here. Okay. Oh, it's my team. Hey guys.
So you're here today to promote your new book.
Yes, it's called Most Talkative.
So you've got that going on.
I hope I'm very talkative today.
But you're also talking to Howard Stern. I mean, it's your first appearance.
No, I know.
How are you feeling about that?
I am. You know what? I was very nervous about it like 10 days ago, and now I feel like I got through that, and now I'm just psyched.
You're here. You're in the moment.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you caffeinated.
Yes.
And
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very excited. I'm like the biggest Howard fan. I can't believe I even got through security. I can't believe I got booked on the show. Actually.
He's psyched to have you in.
I'm very excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have fun today.
Thanks.
Andy Cohen is a guy who, against all odds, is successful on television, and he's a successful programmer. He is responsible for all of the shows on Bravo.
Bravo was kind of this cable channel that was languishing, couldn't find an identity, and didn't know really what to do with itself for a while.
Yeah, and Andy figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fascinated by you, actually. Andy, Bravo is a network that, as Robin just said, was languishing. It was not doing well. You were hired not to be an on-air guy.
Right. Not at all.
But to be the head programmer.
Right.
What credentials did you have?
Yes.
What is it? No one knows really much about you.
Yeah.
How did you get to be a programmer at Bravo?
I started, by the way, when I started in TV, I wanted to be on the air. And this was like 25 years ago. And
Don't you think a lot of television executives want to be on the air?
Which is why it is so fucking crazy that this happened. I mean, this is like, to say 1 in a million is an overstatement. This does not ever happen.
Because not only are you the program guy, you're openly gay.
Yes.
And so right away, it's hard to get a network programming job being openly gay. That's number one, don't you think?
I mean, at this point,
yeah,
I don't know.
I still think so.
Really?
Absolutely.
Maybe on a Big
Besides
Three
you,
or Big
you
Four.
and Les Moonves are the only two guys that are openly gay program directors. I mean it.
Funny.
What do you mean funny? Oh, he's not gay?
Julie Chen.
She's not a beard?
She and I were interns together at CBS News,
Is that right?
actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were.
I was obviously making a joke, so
yes.
Unless you can't sue me.
You're not
anyway.
serious?
No, I'm not serious. Although, who knows? You never know. He's a very attractive guy.
Very personable.
Very personable.
Yes.
So I still think
that
most programming guys would love, like Les Moonves, for example, was an actor.
He put himself in some series even.
And I think that they can't be on the air because they will be viewed as less professional.
Right.
You know.
Well, I think you're right. And programming guys, I think, are hams in general, basically.
Right.
And the thing that I get so much, and it actually bugs me, and it's why I'm excited that this book is coming out, because I tell the story in the book, is everybody says, oh, you gave yourself your own show. You gave yourself your own show. Do you know how hard it is to fucking give yourself your own show?
No, how hard is it?
Well, you can't do it. What? I'm a runaway train?
Because most people at the network probably said, and you can't give yourself a show.
Well, it's not possible. It is like impossible to walk in. I mean,
because you're actually you look like a bigger douche.
You look like the biggest douche on the planet.
So how did you put yourself on TV?
Well, so I didn't put myself on TV.
Right, how did you wrangle a TV
yes,
show?
exactly.
Right.
So basically, when I was at CBS News for 10 years.
Your background was at CBS. Where did you go to college?
I went to Boston U, where you went to college.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in St. Louis.
In St. Louis.
And by the way, the arch is very impressive. I don't know what. Dude, it's a sculpture. It's like a 60-story sculpture.
I don't know. It's sort of like in the middle of nowhere, you know?
Well,
it's like,
all right. Well, the placement, it would be hard to place it somewhere
else.
It's
surrounded by like warehouse buildings.
Yeah, well, all right.
The
surrounding area.
Weird, that's all.
Yes. No, it is weird.
Everyone was all insulted.
What did you say it was?
It's a sculpture.
No. But is it impressive?
It is so impressive.
It is?
Yes.
All right, don't get off track.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, you
From
grew up
St.
in
Louis.
St. Louis.
Grew up in St. Louis.
Where in St. Louis?
In the suburbs.
All right, in the suburbs. Were you a popular kid?
I was.
Were you openly gay at a young age?
No, I wasn't. I actually was in terror of coming out. I mean, and I was popular. I was voted most talkative in my high school class, and I was head of the student body.
And did you know you were gay?
Yes, I did.
And you had to live a closeted life.
It was so bad. And
did you date girls?
I didn't. No,
so you've never banged a chick?
No,
you haven't.
No.
What do they call that?
They call it a gay person who always knew he was gay.
That is called a pureblood.
A pure
Is it really?
That's right.
Are you kidding?
That's right.
I knew there was a title.
No.
Gary, what's the title for like a
gay guy?
Isn't it a gold star lesbian or gold star homosexual?
I'm a pureblood?
Yeah, you're a gold star.
Oh, my God. That's my new name, pureblood. I love it.
So girls are disgusting. Let's be honest, right?
No. Girls are
Come on, let's be honest.
I just always wanted to be with guys. I mean, it's like, by the way, there's a thing. When I was in high school, this horrible thing happened, which is in my book, and I'm not going to like sit here and plug my book.
Don't
but
plug
I just
your
want
book.
to say
Go ahead.
it.
What's in your book?
It's called Most Talkative, and it comes out today. But I went to see Eddie Murphy in concert with some friends when I was in high school.
That had to be hard.
And we decided to do shrooms, at the Eddie Murphy concert, which seemed like a good idea.
Right.
Every word out of his mouth is
faggot.
Yes,
right.
Every word.
Right.
And everyone is laughing their asses off. And I literally was in there and I was like, "Oh my God, this is my life. This is what my life is going to be."
Right.
There's 20,000 people in here laughing at me. And I mean, I never did shrooms again, obviously, but
I mean,
that
had to be a bad trip.
That was the worst trip. I mean, it was so bad.
You're so right. When you're a closeted guy and you're surrounded by a bunch of friends and they're all making fun of gay people, and sometimes you have to even sit there and go, "Yeah, can you believe those guys?"
I mean, it was bad. So that was my whole high school. That was really.
So in high school, had you ever been with a man, or did you actually make out with? Did you make out with women?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, just to do it, but I mean, it's like
So that's the furthest you ever went with a girl.
Yeah. No.
Feel them up?
More.
Finger?
More.
You ate out a girl?
Yeah.
And she blew you?
Just the first.
You just ate her out?
Yeah.
Why didn't she blow you?
It just is what happened. I mean...
Yeah.
I'm a pure blood.
How bad was it? Yeah, you are. You're a pure blood.
I'm a pure blood.
That's right.
Yes.
I think I just made that up.
I think you did.
I love it. It's the best phrase.
It's
the name of my second book.
So Andy,
it's the name of my second book.
I can imagine the humiliation of going to the Eddie Murphy concert, and and at the time he probably didn't realize how painful that was. People's attitudes have changed.
Right.
And so
imagine my glee years later when he got pulled over with that.
The tranny.
I was like, isn't this full circle?
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch.
So that's tough. You go off to college, and then do you come out of the closet?
I came out of the closet in college.
Right.
Yep.
Did you tell your parents first, or did you?
I told a girlfriend. I was studying abroad in London, and I went to Europe with a very good friend, my friend Jackie, and we traveled, and then she left, and I was alone in Europe, and then I was like, fuck this, I'm going to start going to gay bars, and I'm going to,
Did you force yourself to talk a little differently? Were you like, hi, everybody?
No. I mean, I was like this deadhead with bad hair traveling around Europe, and I started going to gay bars, and I was like, this is awesome. This is great. And so by the time I got to London to study abroad, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to stay in the closet. Like, this is what it is. I can't rein it in.
By the way, I'm thinking about this, what a true blood you really are. I mean, you ate a girl out and didn't get a BJ in return. That's a true blood. I mean, that's awesome.
True blood.
You really are.
Oh, my God.
So you finally are with a man in college.
Yeah.
In high school, you'd never been with a man.
No.
You probably fantasized. You probably watched some gay porn, blah, 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 blah.
Not a lot of gay porn coming in through St. Louis. No, at the time.
It's not the gateway. The arch doesn't represent the gateway for gay porn?
Yes, it does. It's the gateway to gay porn. Right. Actually, my mom found some gay porn magazines under my bed.
Oh.
You know what she was doing under my bed. You know, when
she had to know.
So she knew, but she did not want to know. And
were they upset when you came out to them?
No, they were so cool. My mom was so great. She said, first of all, I probably would have hated your wife anyway. Which is great.
True.
She probably would have.
Of course.
Second of all, she said, I was as worried that you were going to grow up to be an airhead as I was that you were going to grow up to be gay.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, so she's great. And my dad said, I love you. He said, I'm your dad, and I love you no matter what you are, which is amazing.
Don't you wish more parents could be like
yes,
that?
I mean,
did you probably say to yourself, why didn't I do this years ago?
No, there was a reason. But then
there was a reason.
Then he went through a cavalcade of all the reasons. He said, well, what if Jeannie walked in here right now naked? Would you get turned on? And he went through like all my... I'm like, well, if Jeannie walked in, literally, it turned into this...
dream of Barbara Eden.
Oh, no, Barbara Eden. My friend Jeannie Messing. If she walked in here naked... I'm like, well, if my eyes were closed and she was rubbing against me, then maybe it would move. I mean, it turned into this whole thing.
Did you go through a period of time where you tried to, when you were in high school, did you go through a period of time where you tried to just wish yourself straight? Like, oh my God, just why can't it be such an easy life if I'm just straight?
All the time. Whenever I allowed myself to think about it, I was like, because I didn't think there would be any way in hell that I could ever live my life as a gay man. I was like, this is not an option. I thought that
there were no gay people.
There were no gay on TV. Was Paul Lind and Charles Nelson Riley?
Right,
I mean,
and they were the village idiot.
Exactly.
Right.
So I mean, there was no
them.
one on TV, and there was no one really in St. Louis that I would see that I would think, okay, I can be like that.
St. Louis too. That's a conservative place, and
it is. But there's a lot of liberal people in the burr. I mean, it is conservative.
Do you think things are changing? Is it getting easier for kids to come out of the closet?
I think it's always hard for people to come out of the closet, but I think that the visibility is way higher now. I mean, there are a lot more gay people everywhere and on TV, and you seem
Seems like Obama's getting ready. He's floating a few balloons to endorse gay marriage.
I hope he is.
What did you think of the campaign, though, with all of this talk about gay marriage and Rick Santorum and Michelle Bachmann?
It was so
outrageous,
fucking hateful, and I just felt like, am I the only person on the planet? And I get in trouble.
Well, Michelle Bachmann's a cunt.
No, but
right?
Rick,
Am I right?
Look how far Rick Santorum.
Say Michelle. What you think about Michelle Bachmann?
I think she's just an idiot. I mean, so
I just wanted to get you to use the C word.
Thank you,
because you're an executive.
But the funny thing is, I try to stay away from politics on my show, but I draw the line at anyone who is hateful towards gay people. So I'm like, Rick Santorum. And then these people go crazy at me. I'm like, you guys, he hates me. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
Like, he hates who I am.
You know what's interesting about you? Most guys who are in a position like you are, which is a head of a network,
yes.
You're head of the Bravo network. Most guys who are the head of a network, like Warren Littlefield just came out with a book.
Right.
He was the head of NBC for a while. But these guys all wait until they're out of office, so to speak, and then they write their memoirs, and then they, and then they reveal
Then they
everything.
say what they truly feel.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that you wrote a book while you're a network executive.
Well, it comes out today, and I'll tell you tomorrow if this is paying off or not.
Are there things in it, like you're in charge of that whole Housewives franchise? Are there things that you say in it that are going to get you in trouble as an executive?
Well, that was the Housewives stuff I saved until the very end to write, because it was what I was the most scared about to write, because I want to give people who love the Housewives and who know me from the Housewives dish, and I want them to feel like they got something out of it. And I do work with these women, and Well,
give me some dish right now. I want to know something. I'm a fan of the Beverly Hills Housewives.
You are. Yes.
I feel that show more than all the other Housewives franchises. I haven't watched all of them.
Right.
But I love that show.
That was the one that Beth got you into, right?
Yes. The casting is fantastic.
Yes.
And I thought that Camille Grammer, the first season she did it, she was fantastic.
Yes.
She was a lightning rod.
I loved your interview with her.
She was, she was letting it all hang out.
Yes.
The second season, she became like a diplomat.
Right.
She clammed up. She stopped talking. She stopped giving outrageous opinions.
Right.
Did you have to fire her? Tell the truth.
No, she's not fired, first of all. I mean, I believe Camille Grammer will appear this season on
But she's not
Beverly
a cast
Hills.
member anymore.
She will appear. I think that there were... What happened is season 1 happened, and I talk in my book about this a little bit, and she... the first night that Beverly Hills premiered, they were all on my show, and I said to them, look... I gave them my speech, which is what I give them when it starts, which I just told the New York Housewives, which is, toughen up. You are putting your lives out there in a way that is totally unique. This has replaced the soap opera in a weird way. And so now people are going to have opinions about your life in the way that I had opinions about Erica Kane when I was growing up.
So what are you saying? That Camille
couldn't,
are you saying Camille couldn't deal with it?
Well, no, and I said to her specifically, you're going to have this is going to be a really rough season for you, because at that point I had seen 10 episodes in or something, and I knew what happened at the end, that this was going to wind up with Kelsey Grammer leaving her, and that whatever happened to her through the run of the show, people were going to really sympathize with her at the end. People were going to really sympathize.
But they didn't.
So I said, it's going to come around for you. They did. By the time the reunion happened, I know, I'm like...
She claims the way you guys said it made her look like a jerk. I don't believe that.
You say what you say in front of a camera, and then it airs. And so she went through a really hard time, and I felt terribly for her, and I was saying, get off fucking Twitter, get off social media. And I was saying, like, come on my show, do something, and just own it and say, I can't believe I said that. That was so dumb.
But
Why
what
did
she
I say
ended up
that
doing
about
the
nannies?
second season is almost ruining the
So
season,
then-
because she started acting like she was married to the President of the United States.
And her moment of glory in the second season, which every fan really attached themselves to, was when she, at that tea party at Lisa Vanderpump's house, got up and said, I'm going to tell the truth. This guy is abusing you, and why are we all dancing around it? And that was a moment where she really let herself go.
And she shined.
And
but
she
let's
shined.
tell the truth.
Yeah.
You're a very bright guy. You didn't get to where you are being stupid. You're smart.
Okay.
And you know as well as I do that these women have no idea what idiots they look like. You're the mastermind behind this.
Yeah, I wonder about the casting.
Do you ever feel like you've taken a retarded person and made a fortune off of them?
No.
Because they're dumb. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day...
They have no clue who they are.
Right. They have no idea that they look like shitheads.
I think that what I would say is that they have very... I'm trying to find my words.
Find the words.
They have... You know what? First of all, we don't cast wallflowers. We cast people who are.
But they're desperate
and
for fame.
And I think one thing that they don't have, because a lot of these people have a lot of money,
but they don't have fame.
One thing they don't have is they're not famous, and I think
And it kills them.
that could be one reason that they're drawn to doing the show. And I think everyone has a different reason.
That's exactly why they're
And by the
drawn
way,
to it.
though, it pays off for a lot of them in different ways. I mean, say what you will about any of them, but they're living. Okay, so now they can get into restaurants. They're
Couldn't they do that before?
I don't know. But things
they want to be famous, but they don't realize what they're famous for being idiotic.
Sometimes look, everyone has a different entry point for the show. You think someone's idiotic, and then something happens, and you're like, wait a minute. I fucking love that person.
But that's going to be the real book one day. When you write about, when you're an old man, you're going to write a book about what idiots they are. No. You are. Andy, take me through this.
Yes.
Now. So you graduate college.
Yes.
And you get a broadcast. You wanted to be on the air, but you weren't. You got a broadcast job.
I got a bunch of internships, and the way to make it in this business, for me, I feel like my piece of advice always is just get a shitload of internships, basically.
It's
and
good
that's
advice.
what I did.
Yeah.
And I got them in radio, and I got them in TV, and my last internship, which at that point I viewed as a graduate course, was at CBS News. And at that point, I had a bunch of internships.
How long were you at CBS News?
Well, so that was my internship. Then I graduated. I moved to New York. When I was an intern, this guy took me to lunch, and I said, look, my plan is I'm going to go move from small market to small market and be on the air. And he said, well, I mean, you have a terrible wandering eye. I wouldn't do that. I mean, your eye wanders like crazy.
In.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you just notice that, or you've seen that on TV?
No, first time. As you said it, I said, oh, yeah,
yes.
okay, I can see
exactly.
that. Right, yeah. Keep pointing that out to people.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, trust me, the first time I went on TV, every fucking person told me how my eye wandered.
What do you want to do on TV? What did you want to do on TV?
wanted, you know what? It's so funny, and this is why what's happening now is so incredible. But in my mind, I loved the news business, and I revered the news business at that time. And I wanted to be a, quote, newscaster or an anchorman. And I think what I really wanted to do was be able to be me on TV. And I think that the format of a morning show really would have been the thing that, in my mind, wow, if I could be me on morning TV, because you kind of do everything.
The success of you on TV, and I want to go through the history of this, but the success of you on TV, the fact is that your show, you're on every night now, right?
Watch What Happens Live, only live show in late night at 11 every night.
Right. You're on
Sunday through Thursday.
You get bigger ratings than Conan.
Sometimes.
You get bigger ratings than most of the cable shows, talk shows at night, right?
We're doing really well at 11. Yeah.
Which is phenomenal.
We're doing great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a mix between Wayne's World and Playboy After Dark, the show I'm doing. I mean, it's like, and Robin Bird.
And
I mean,
you're
it's
really
like,
competing.
I broadcast out of a closet,
You're
basically.
competing in an arena of mostly straight white guys.
Yeah.
And the gay guys kicking their ass.
Well,
does that feel good?
The True Blood.
Yes, the true blood.
The True Blood.
Now, so you go to CBS News.
Yes.
Everyone says you're a jerk for thinking about being on the air because you have a wandering eye.
Yes.
And what do you end up doing at CBS News?
So I'm at CBS News for 10 years, for the
Yeah.
entire 90s.
Right.
I was at the morning show for 8 of those years. I was at 48 Hours for 2 of those shows.
Speaking of
for
morning
2 of
shows,
those years.
you fill in sometimes on the Kelly Ripa morning
I have
show.
done that, yeah.
It was rumored that you would take over for Regis. Is that
was
still...
No, I have my own
you ever
thing.
offered?
No.
And you don't
Never.
want that.
It was literally in the press, and I thank the press for even writing about it. I mean,
it's exciting.
Nice for me. Yes,
Right.
exactly.
So you're at CBS News.
I'm at CBS News. I'm at the morning show covering, entertainment and
not on camera.
Not on camera. I was a producer, and the shit that I did, and I kept journals during the time. And the stories in my book, I lied to Oprah to get an interview and got caught by her.
What is the problem with Oprah? You have a problem with Oprah?
I love Oprah.
She has a problem with you.
I fucking love Oprah. I just had 3 experiences with Oprah that are so long and involved that were like, and I am a huge Oprah fan.
You did something wrong to Oprah?
I lied to her like in the height of Oprah-dom in like 92, and I lied to Paula Zahn. Basically, she was coming in to do an interview, and I said, will you do a separate interview to to for this talk show series I was doing with these other. It was like Ricky Lake, Oprah, Sally, whatever. And Oprah's people were like, no, she doesn't need that. She's number one. She's the queen. Like, no,
she doesn't want to appear with other talk show hosts.
So basically, I tell Paula Zahn, who was anchoring the morning show at the time, I said, you know what? After you get done with the interview with Oprah, because it was a post tape in our studio, the control room's gonna keep going. Just keep it going, and then roll right into the second interview for the talk show series. Right. So Paula doesn't know that they've said no to me 18 times about this.
Wow.
The publicist is in the green room like, what the fuck is this going on right now? I'm like, oh, they're just talking. And so they do this other interview. The publicist is like, what are you do? What is
So in other words, you learn to lie and cheat in order to make it in television.
I did.
Right.
Oprah called me from the limo, which at the time a call from a limo was something. A call from the limo from Oprah was like, and I become like a crazed fan, like I'm on the Oprah Winfrey show, like hyperventilating. I don't realize she's calling me
to yell at you.
Say, what just happened? And then she wants to talk to Paula Zahn. I mean, it was like it was.
Did you almost get fired because of that?
This is what's amazing. Oprah was in like forgiving, all loving Oprah mode.
Yeah.
And she said, the interview was so good, I'm going to let you air it.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I mean, when I look at it now, I'm like,
Here's what's ironic. Here's what's ironic about your life. Here, Oprah was mad at you.
Yeah.
And whatever you did to piss her off turned out to be a positive.
Yes.
And here we are today in 2012. Oprah has started her own network.
Yes.
And the very person she probably needs to hire to run that network, would be you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you are programming to women. The Bravo network is experiencing huge ratings and money. How much money? They're operating in a highly profitable way, aren't they?
They are. I don't see any of it, but
you don't?
No, I mean, I do well.
Don't you program all of Bravo? You're telling me you're not a well-paid guy?
No, of course I am. Of course I am.
Are you worth $10 million?
No.
I hear that's about what you're worth. And I would
where do you hear that?
But I would think you're almost worth more. I mean, if you left Bravo today, if Oprah called you and said, Andy, what you did for Bravo was phenomenal.
Yes.
I want you to do it for me at OWN because we're in the fucking hole over here. We're down about 350 more. It's probably way more.
Right.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
Come on over. Create programming for women.
Right.
Reality programming.
Right.
Would you consider it?
Oh my God. I'm like, no. I'm a pig in shit right now.
You can write your own ticket.
But what do you mean you're a pig in shit? You're not.
I'm the happiest. Are you kidding me? I have my own life.
What does the Bravo network make a year?
I don't
bullshit.
know. I don't know. They do great.
What do they make? What does a network like Bravo make a year?
I have no idea.
You're lying.
Dude,
you're the head
I'm the programming guy. I'm not. Ask me to add two numbers.
Les Moonves doesn't know what CBS makes a year?
I am. Les Moonves is the CEO of CBS.
All right, but don't you think...
I am now in by the way, my job has changed. I'm now in charge of development and talent. I'm no longer in charge of current. I still do the Housewives and Top Chef.
What is your estimation of what Bravo brings in?
They do very well.
What is very well in television and cable? What would be very well? I'm curious. In your opinion.
What would be very well? Yeah. I mean, you know what? Bravo is the number, I think, 11 or 12 cable channel right now.
Okay, what is that?
18 to 49.
What do they make?
Dude, I'm not.
Give me a guess. You never
hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
And you're telling me you're not worth $10 million. You programmed the entire network, and you're not worth $10 million? You're fucked.
I don't know what I'm worth.
Yeah, it seems to. Look what Oprah can't get going. You got going. Bravo was in the shitter.
But by the way, no, hold on. By the way,
am I right?
I work with. I'm not.
What?
I work with an incredible group of people.
So what?
It's
your ass on the line.
No, I know, but I'm not like the only person at Bravo who's running a single.
This is ridiculous. You claim not to know what Bravo makes, and you're telling me you're not worth $10 million when you're the head of the network.
I don't know.
And they're the number. They're in the top 10 cable earners.
Yes.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
Yes.
I feel like Oprah, you're lying to me.
Right.
And you're telling me, I don't even believe you're a true blood. I think you fuck girls.
I'm not gay.
I don't even
I'm
think
not
you're
gay,
gay.
as a matter of fact.
He's been
you know what, by the way?
pretending to be
That
gay.
would be the best thing for me if I wasn't gay
Well,
and I
you
was
have to
just
pretend
like
to be gay.
fucking girls.
Yeah,
I'm
because you're-
pretending to be gay.
I
Are
think you
kidding
fuck
me?
more girls than any guy I know.
More guys come up to me, by the way, and more guys come up to me and say, "My wife loves your show. My wife watches your show," or
You're not curious to fuck
my
a girl?
wife.
You're not curious at all to try it?
100%.
Are you curious to do a guy?
100% yes. 100%
100% yes. You don't want
100% yes, I am.
You are.
You are
yes.
curious.
Yes.
You want to do
Why?
Robin?
Well, you could do that.
You could get Robin.
Really?
Oh, she'll do you.
Do you like Jewish guys, Robin?
I like every guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
She's
okay.
open,
Okay.
She opens up for everyone.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But is that why she's behind glass?
Yeah.
Why
Yes.
would he be curious? Are you curious about doing a guy? Huh?
Yes. Oh, is this on? I mean, of course not.
Yeah, really. But that's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it is interesting, and that's why I'm a true blood. It's like when I was in high school, it's like I knew what I was, and that's another
Yeah, like my cousin
fuck you to
Stacy-
everybody who's like
My cousin
you know,
Stacy came out of the closet when he was 13. He is such a true blood. He says to me, "Girls, ugh."
His name is Stacy, by the way.
Well, that's not his God-given
That's
name.
another.
Right.
Oh, really?
No, he changed it when he was 13.
He knew.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing. I mean, that's why these people who are like, oh, these gay people, I mean, Bill O'Reilly was like, oh, Glee's going to turn people gay.
It's insane.
It's like, I knew you either want to. Guess what? It's you either want to do this or you don't.
Right,
like
yeah.
it's not.
There's nothing that can change you
It's
over.
true.
And you've
Right.
been inundated with heterosexual material.
Thank you.
And exposure
You
all
mean-
your life.
You're seeking out a
and a
specific
world that wants
thing.
you to be straight.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, are
Yes.
you telling me no other network approach it with the success you've had at Bravo? You haven't heard from other cable outlets?
A little. You know what? I actually think I'm so affiliated with Bravo that maybe nobody else wants me. I mean,
if you're curious about being with a woman,
Yes.
and I'll get off this topic.
Okay.
Why don't you try it then?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be simple to do.
I'm not saying I won't.
You're open to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a lover? Are you in a
I'm
committed-
single.
Oh, you're
I'm single. Yeah, I am.
Do you date a lot?
Yeah.
I imagine you're a hell of a catch.
Think you.
With your job, and do guys try to get you because you can get them on television?
Or they want to meet the housewives?
I think I sniff those out pretty. You know
do?
what I mean? It's like.
How often you date?
It's not. How often do I date? I date. I mean, I'm not. Look, here's the issue that's just happened to me starting in January. 5 nights a week, I know where I am every night
Right.
at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
you have
like,
needs.
So, no, I have needs.
Right.
They're taken care of.
When's the last time you had a good
Yes.
blowjob?
About 2 weeks ago.
I see you as a bottom. Am
You
I
do?
correct? Yeah.
You are incorrect. I knew.
You
I
don't
was
like
waiting for
receiving.
you to get to that.
You don't like receiving.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
I had you
Yeah.
pegged all wrong.
No.
You like giving.
I'm a giver.
So you thought about this, did you?
I did think about it. I'll be honest, I did.
What would you be?
Me?
Oh, my
I'm a
God.
bottom. I love it.
Why? Because it's easier?
Oh, yeah. I like to accept. I like a big cock
Accept
in
the
my
gifts.
ass.
Yeah,
Are you kidding
I
me?
know you do. I know you do.
Oh,
I can
yeah,
tell.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I
No,
walked
I'm
in.
a top. Are you crazy?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe I'm a bottom's bottom. I don't know. I don't know what I'd be. I don't know. Sometimes with a woman, I'm a bottom. But I don't want to talk about it. You're being interviewed, not me.
Right.
All right, get back to this. You're
Okay.
at CBS News.
Yes.
10 years.
Okay. There for 10 years. Great run. Worked with Dan Rather. I mean, very cool.
So
Had
how
a
do
front
you
row
get
seat.
a job
By the
at
way,
Bravo?
Interviewed you.
You did?
I didn't. For private parts in like a hotel room, in a junket, whatever. Mark McEwen on the morning show.
Sure, Mark, yeah.
I mean, so anyway, yeah.
Right.
All the 90s, an amazing time. So then I'm offered a job at a small cable startup that was starting up called Trio. I mean, it was
I
this
remember
channel,
that.
very small, and I got a job as the head of programming, but I mean, it was a startup. And so it was a total lucky break that it was like, if you're ever going to leave now would be the time, and this would be the way
Smart
to learn.
move.
I mean, an amazing opportunity. And I was always really happy at CBS News.
When you went to Trio, is that where did you develop Queer Eye for the Straight?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, so I'm at Trio for I think 4 years.
Right.
Queer Eye was pitched to me at Trio. It was one of the last things that was pitched to me, maybe in 2003 or something.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this is a brilliant show. We obviously didn't get it. We were a small channel.
Were you afraid to put that on the air at the time?
No, I mean, we were edgy. We were about making noise.
Right.
We had very small distribution. Is there any way to get any water?
No, we don't never give a guest water.
Okay.
This is part of the interview process.
Do we have to
here.
pay for it?
Put it. I'm worth $10 million.
Yeah, $10 million. You think you have some water?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so go ahead.
So I'm at Bravo. I mean, I'm at Trio. We get...
Drink that water. Take a break.
Thanks.
Go ahead. Take a break. I'll look at Robin.
It's very attractive.
Robin, you think I'd be a bottom or a top?
I'm thinking you're a bottom.
Me? I think most people think I'd be one.
I mean, here's the... Anyway. So I'm at Trio.
Yeah.
We are bought by... We're owned by Universal. Universal and NBC merge. NBC pulls the plug on Trio, brings my boss, Lauren Zalaznick, who is, talk about a driver of Bravo's success.
Right.
This woman.
She goes to Bravo.
She goes to Bravo.
She hires you.
She says, I want to bring you to Bravo as head of current programming.
Wow.
Now, at the time, Logo is starting, okay?
Right.
The gay network.
Viacom is starting a gay network. I think I want to go be in charge of that.
Right.
I want to go do that. I go interview at Logo, and I don't get the job.
Right.
Now, can you imagine if I got that job, I would not be sitting here on my bucket list moment of life on your show right now. Like,
Well,
no way.
It shows you how things sort of either work out or
It's
they
so
don't.
fucked up. It's so
It's
amazing.
crazy. If you try to analyze that.
It is crazy. So I go to Bravo. At that point, Bravo, Queer Eye is on the air and has put Bravo on the map.
Now, you put Queer Eye on?
No,
'cause
that's
you had
already
passed
on.
that. Right.
That's already on.
Okay.
Project Runway has been shot and is in post-production.
Did you have anything to do with that? No.
I started giving notes on season 1 of
Okay.
Project Runway. Finale had not been shot.
Right.
So I joined in that show in post-production process of season 1 and started at Bravo. A few of my first shows that I spearheaded with my team, huge flops. Battle of the Network reality stars, which I thought was the most genius idea, taking a format that I loved, Battle of the Network stars. When I grew up, this was a show I thought was my gay Super Bowl, basically. I mean, it was huge. And taking what I viewed as the stars of today, huge reality stars. Who are the stars?
Right.
So it was Charla from The Amazing Race, the little person versus the Swan they beat each other up. I mean, this was a real thing.
So
versus
you
the
had
girl who won the Swan. And people from Project Runway.
So when you come over to Bravo and your first couple of shows are flops, do they threaten to fire you?
No.
They give you time to develop.
No, it's all
stuff.
good. And again, it is I work with an amazing team of people, and that's why I think Bravo is so successful.
So as a programmer,
yes,
when you look at what's going on at the Oprah channel,
yes,
what are they doing wrong? What would you do?
I mean, here's the thing.
Is it going to flop? Is it done?
No. I mean, here's the first thing that I would do, and it's the first thing that I would have done 2 years ago. Put on reruns of the freaking Oprah Winfrey Show. They are sitting on a 25-year archive of the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Until you get your originals.
When they finally did it, you have all this time to fill. Guess what I want to watch? The greatest talk show in the history of talk shows, the Oprah Winfrey Show. So what she did was she repackaged it and called it Oprah's Life Class.
Yes.
And first of all, I don't want to watch a show that has class in the title.
Right. I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to go to school.
Right.
A. B. I just want to see the old Oprah Winfrey Show. It's my favorite
Don't fuck it
show.
up. Don't fuck with
Just
it.
rerun it.
Right.
And I know that they probably have rights issues with a lot of those shows.
Right.
Because they have the greatest acts. It is the greatest show. Air Oprah after the show, which was a show that she did for a while, on Oxygen, which I'm sure she has the right to. So that's A.
That's A.
B. Oprah has said publicly that she really doesn't like the Real Housewives, and she doesn't like people fighting on TV or people in controversy in TV.
Meanwhile, she put Tatum O'Neal and her father on. She put
right. So, but I think that there's more. She likes uplifting, but I think that there's probably more. Look, the Kardashians is a
huge hit.
It's a huge hit, and it's also not a negative show. I mean, if she likes positive shows, I think there are a lot of more positive shows that you could do with fun people.
Well, they had Rosie, but why didn't that work? That should have worked.
Here's the thing. I mean, Rosie, I think they should have put Rosie on at 9 o'clock, like up and gone after Piers Morgan at 9 o'clock and done a live show in like a small studio and just had her.
It's a great idea.
Do whatever.
Because people love her.
She got great bookings on that show. I mean, Rosie had. I mean, she got everybody on her own show,
right?
And I feel like if it was between Piers Morgan and Rosie, and Rosie's doing a live show, I would be like, "What's Rosie doing at 9?" You know, that's
right.
Anyway, I don't know.
Right. So why they didn't hire you, I don't know. But okay, so
well,
Bravo.
Anyway, but here's the thing.
Are you unhirable? I mean, Bravo isn't paying you that much.
Maybe he has a contract that's unbreakable.
I am not saying that Bravo's not paying me. Bravo is paying me well. And what I'm saying is I'm really happy at Bravo. I'm not looking to go anywhere. I couldn't be happier. I'm like...
Are you the guy who figured out to put regular housewives on? Was it your concept and you hired a production company to do that?
How that happened was this... someone brought us tape of these women in Orange County, and it was a group, and he said, I live in Coto de Caza. It's a gated community in Orange County, and I live with these women, and there's something there. And he had a lot of different ideas. There was one that was, maybe we'll do a mockumentary series, maybe, you know, and we're like, well, these women aren't actors, you know, they're not actors. And so we spent some money to just shoot with these women because they were living in these huge fiberglass castles, basically. These huge houses.
The reason it's so brilliant is because if you think about it, who the hell's going to put on TV regular housewives when you think about it? I mean, they're not stars. There's nothing, you know, you understand the Osbournes. Ozzy Osbourne was a famous rock musician.
I think what was interesting to all of us at Bravo was that there was an idea of... I love sociology, and I love watching people and human behavior.
Right.
And we love we have a lot of rich people on Bravo, and we love watching how rich people live.
Right.
And so really what it became was we shot with these women. Their boobs were bigger than any we had seen. Their hair was blonder, and it's like there's a woman, Vicky, and she's in the insurance business. And she's like in the insurance business, but she's got huge boobs and blonde hair, and she's very overprotective of her kid. So on the one hand, there are relatable things, and on the other hand, it's totally unrelatable. She has a grotto in her backyard.
And this,
you know,
but this concept brought the Bravo network. Now everybody knows Bravo. I didn't know what Bravo was.
Before this, we had Top Chef.
Right.
So Top Chef came
developed that?
before. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
We had Top Chef, and Lauren Zelaznik, my boss, said we have to create a cooking competition show. We want to do for food what we did with fashion with Project Runway.
Wow.
So Top Chef is born. And then we had a bunch of other good things happening. We had a show called Workout, which you would have been very into.
Right.
We had a show called Flipping Out came, which is a great show about Jeff Lewis, who's a house flipper. And it's a great show. And then the Housewives come along, and
then you start doing a show after the Housewives, and you become a star yourself.
So here's what happened. Yeah. Here's how I got on the air. Actually, when Battle of the Network Reality Stars was filming, I started writing these really kind of dishy emails to Lauren and to Frances Barrick, who's the president of Bravo, saying, oh my God, I think Trishelle banged somebody last night in the jacuzzi. Like, all these reality stars are behaving like they're, quote, characters. Like, this is amazing. This is crazy.
So we need a wrap-up.
So, no, not that. I was just emailing them dishy stuff. And Lauren said, you know what? This is so funny. You have to figure out a way to start a blog. Just do a blog on Bravo TV about you and being on set of shows and the shows and what you do in your life. You go out every night. You should just do this. So I started a blog at Lauren's request on BravoTV.com. And I became the first network executive to start blogging. And I was blogging about the shows, and I started having a dialogue with the viewers.
Right.
And it was really like, and then it became, why did Santino get eliminated from Project Runway last night? And so I would call Nina Garcia, one of the judges on Project Runway, and interview her and put it on my blog. Or I would say, look, I was there on set that day. I was there for every deliberation of Project Runway for our 5 seasons. And I was like, look, this is what I remember. They talked about it for 3 hours. This is what it came down to.
Brilliant.
Blah, blah, blah. So then if you start writing about TV anywhere, what happens? I start getting calls from CNN, whatever. We need someone to comment on TV. So I start doing that. And Lauren, my boss, says, this is great. You always kind of wanted to be a commentator or be on TV. You're kind of getting to do it. So then she says, as a result of the blog, what would be great, we're starting season 2 of Top Chef. And she says, what if we did an online show on BravoTV.com, and it's you live on the internet, and now this is 2006, I think, something like that. You on the internet, or 2007, with whatever chef just got eliminated and Tom Colicchio or Padma Lakshmi or whoever.
Right.
So I did a show online that we called Watch What Happens Live, which is the name of my show now. And I did 40 or 50 episodes of this show online. I did it after Project Runway. I did it after Chef. I did it after Top Design. And it really was the format of what I'm doing now. And as a result of me doing probably 10 or 15 episodes, season 2 of the Orange County Housewives is on the air, and it's doing really well.
Wow.
And Lauren says, how can we add episodes? How can we keep this going? Let's do a reunion show. Would you want to do it? And you can do it in the format of the show you're doing
and
on the
shit,
web.
I've been waiting for this
and
my whole
like,
life.
I pretended like, oh, should I do it? I don't know. So I was like, yes, please. I would love it. I do it, and all hell didn't break loose. I was.
It was a slow build.
It's on iTunes. I wasn't great, but I wasn't horrible.
Right.
And I did it, and then we needed a reunion show for Workout. And they're like, well, why don't you do it? And it'll promote your web show. And I did that. Then season 3 of The Housewives comes.
Are you more interested in being an on-air guy or a program guy?
You know what? At this point, it's so cool, and this is why I really have no interest in working anywhere else. I get to, and by the way, I say for anyone who works in TV, you get to work in TV.
But how are you coming up with all these hit shows and a star on the network, and you're not worth $10 million?
Because look, I don't know what I'm worth. Don't get hung up on what I'm.
What do you mean you don't know
worth?
what you're worth? Of course you know what you're worth.
First of all, I'm not. Do you?
Yes.
I do well. I do well.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You make over $1 million a year?
I'm not worth $10 million.
Do you make over $1 million a year?
I don't know.
Bullshit.
Look, I told you that I'm a top. Isn't that better than Isn't that enough?
I'd rather know what you're making.
Really?
Admit you're in the upper 1%.
I wish I would have known when I answered the top or bottom question. But listen, I just.
Do you believe him?
About Top? No.
No. Me neither.
I just want to go back to
What's the biggest penis you ever had in your mouth?
Oh, Jesus.
And who was
Are you
it?
kidding?
Go ahead.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm kidding. But go ahead anyway.
I was on Colbert last night, and he pointed out that every photo that I take, my mouth is open. Every photo in my book, my mouth is open. Anyway.
Who do you hang out with? Do you have good friends?
I have great friends.
You do?
Yeah, I have great friends.
I wonder who your friends are.
Who are my friends?
Any famous friends?
I have some famous friends.
I ran into you at a party. There was a ton of famous people there.
There was a ton of famous people, and you were very nice, and I was so
And you were
starstruck
freaking out that night because
Why
of the
was
whole
he
country.
freaking out?
Because the Beverly
yes.
Hills Housewives, the husband who had committed suicide.
Yes, I was very much freaking out.
That's where I first met Andy, and he's
Yes.
like, "They're saying in the press I have blood on my hands."
Okay,
you
here's
were so
the deal.
upset.
Why
I was
when
like,
you-
I go, Andy, you don't have any blood on
Hold
your
on.
hands. What
Why,
the
when
fuck?
you imitate a gay person, you have to go into this lisp? That was your imitation
You have a
of me?
lisp.
No, I do not.
Oh, you're so wrong.
I do not
You
have.
sound like
Robin,
He doesn't have a list.
I
You're
don't have
very stereotypically gay. You have a
No,
feminine
he's
voice.
not.
He has a feminine
Feminine?
voice. Yes. Andy.
Well, if he's Joan Rivers, I guess it's feminine.
Hold on,
Andy.
I don't think I have.
That's why I say you were in the closet in high school. Everyone knew you were gay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I have a masculine voice.
No, you have a feminine.
I'm not saying.
What woman sounds like that?
I have an enthusiasm. Yeah, right. You're right.
Andy, look
Hold
at
on.
me. Look
I'm
at
not
me.
saying
I don't know
that
I'm not saying you're lisping.
You did just say I'm lisping.
trying to do your voice. Oh.
Oh, my Howard. That's a little over the top.
That's Andy.
No, it isn't.
Okay,
you were like, they say I have blood on my hand. That's how Andy talks.
Oh my God.
You
so
don't have a typical.
I don't have a lisp.
Well, how do you describe what he has?
It's enough.
Fred, do an impression of Andy. Seriously.
Who, Fred?
Yeah.
So
Fred.
I called her from the Bravo network, and I said we should do an after show.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
That was pretty good. It's got a what is it?
Slight lilt to
He has a lilt.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay.
I don't mean you have a lisp.
Not a lisp.
I'm trying to do an impression.
You go into your lisp gay voice. I mean, in front of me. I mean, no, I know.
He stereotypes everyone.
But the thing is, he's so good for the gays. I mean, that's the thing, and he got
damn right I am.
No, he is. But you're not when you go into the lisp.
But he's pro-black, except when he's doing,
All
like
right.
What are you
all
talking
the
about?
security guards.
Look at him.
Hey, yo.
Robin, what? You think this is wrong? Hello there. How you doing there, Robin?
Yes, it is.
No, your voice is very much, I'd say, and you're about 2 notches away from Nathan Lane.
Oh, my.
Yeah. What do you mean, oh my?
That's way too
Andy
much.
has an affect.
Look, here's the deal.
Andy,
if Andy tells
are you insulted by me saying you have
No,
an affect?
No, I'm not at all.
No,
No,
but
I'm not
here's
at all.
what's
How can I
going
insult
on.
you?
No.
I asked you the biggest dick you suck. There's no
that
insulting.
was insulting.
Right.
No, but
I love
here's
Andy.
the deal. If you say Andy is gay, then you hear more. But if you're not sure if Andy's gay, you wonder.
I don't wonder. I knew Andy would get right away. I don't wonder
your
about a thing.
gaydar's better than mine.
Andy.
Yes.
I think, first of all, let's plug what you're here to plug. Andy Cohen's book, Most Talkative, Stories from the Front Lines of Pop Culture, is on sale today.
Thank you.
I find this a very interesting idea that Andy has written a book because most guys who program television...
They wouldn't dare write a book.
They don't. In fact,
Not while they're still doing it.
In fact, it's a lot smarter not to.
Right.
But,
Right.
all right.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm going to see how this pays off.
I feel Andy
Perfect Mother's Day present.
I feel you're a different kind of television executive in that you are...
I don't believe he's a television executive.
You're probably right. He probably doesn't program any of these things.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not gay. He's not executive.
Do you have to fire people? I mean, how far are you into an executive position? Do you fire people?
I have fired people, and I've fired people.
Is that the worst thing in the world?
Yes. Yeah.
What is your style? You bring someone in and you say what?
God, I haven't fired anyone in a long time. You know what? When I had to fire a few people, it was very clear that it was going to happen. It was...
They say be direct, say it, and then get them the hell out of your office.
Be clear. I'm a very sympathetic person, so I'm like welling up as I'm, you know what I mean?
I know. It's hard. It's a different... I've had to fire a few people in my time, and it's not a pleasant experience.
No, it's not.
And it's something you never forget.
Right,
you know?
But how much do you have to do with if somebody's coming back to one of those housewife shows?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yes.
So that's another thing when you're,
Well, I'll tell you.
What's the woman's name on New York Housewives?
Yeah,
Kelly Ben-Simone.
Yes.
She is not with the New York Housewives this season.
Right.
She's been with it from the beginning.
No, she's been with it since season 3.
Okay. So she's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Who made the decision to give her the axe?
Me and my team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that a difficult decision?
Yes. It was.
Why did you make that decision?
Well, we did something really, really drastic and big, which is that we let go of 4 New York Housewives at the end of last season.
Yeah, I said it looks like a whole bunch of new
You got rid of the Contessa?
No, the Countess is still there.
The Countess is still there. Contessa Leposa. I don't know their names.
Did
you go with the hair removal business? You got rid of her?
Yes, Cindy, Jill, Alex, and Kelly.
You took away their life.
We left. No,
you
we didn't
essentially
actually
cut their life.
No,
off.
what's amazing is
turned off the
you
light.
did.
No, Jill has this big successful shapewear line. Kelly has a new book out. I mean, they all have. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, so they don't have this, so they have something else.
Give me your rationale.
You know what? What happened is at the end of last season, and it was our highest rated season of New York Housewives, by the way.
That's interesting.
And it had got, by the end of the reunion, we did a 3-part reunion, and it was it was the only reunion, actually. We should send you this clip because it's funny. It's the only time where I ever lost my shit. And finally, they just would not listen to me. And I turned into this beast at the thing. And I literally started saying, like 45 minutes in, this is in my book. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. I started saying shut up.
You were sick of their arguing.
I was trying to I was trying to get control of the group, and I had no control because it was just chaos. And so finally, I said, "Shut the fuck up!" I literally lost my
You're
shit.
the head of the network.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting. But the bottom line is, we just looked at, okay, if we bring everybody back, literally, where is this going to go? Okay, we know who these people are. Where is this? What are these women going to do with each other that's different? Where's this going to go? And we really just felt like it's going to be, it could be great. It could be, and the viewers were really pissed at the end of that reunion.
So you are going to get. They were pissed at their arguing?
They were pissed at, the cast was so divisive, and they were so, and I'm very active on Twitter, okay?
Right.
And so they tweet me. It's constantly and tell me what they think. And I see it, and they were very upset with the way the season had gone.
And yet it was the highest rated
season. Yet it was the highest rated season.
So now you're bringing in all new housewives on that show?
No, we have 3 originals and then 3 new ones.
Right.
And it just is different. It's like the same show, but it's different. It's like a different planet.
Which one of those housewives, of the 3 or 4 you fired,
yes,
were you the happiest to fire?
You know what?
Who was the biggest thorn in your side?
They were. They were. But you know what? But talking about firing, that was a really hard day because I do empathize with these women. It's like I'm on this ride with them. I really am.
You got them into this mess.
And so it's like so then I'm speaking to them that day, and it's like. You can't describe this kind of experience that you're on with them in this journey, and they've become very famous, and everyone has these fakakta opinions about them, and they're telling them, and it's a weird dynamic.
I know what you're hinting at. You're hinting at the fact that what happens is they get a little bit of fame. And then they get people,
advisors.
Oh, well, that happens too.
That.
Well, that happens too, but that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
But they're telling them that they have more or bring more.
No, but all of them would have. But all of them would have come back. I mean,
so
they
pretend
were all,
I'm Kelly Benson. Fire me. Fire me.
No, I didn't fire her.
Show me how you did. Hi, Andy. What's going on? What can I do with you?
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, we're not going to continue.
What?
No.
What?
But you know what? But Kelly was a great example. I mean, she was so. I got an email from her the other day, like, "Thank you again for giving me this platform."
Show me how you fired her. Did you do it face to face?
I didn't fire. No, I didn't fire. What happened
you do it over
is
the phone?
These women knew that they were either going to be picked up or not, and the date was coming, and the executive producer called. I mean, again, this is a situation when someone's getting fired, they're usually not surprised that, and so this was a situation where they knew they were either getting picked up or they weren't, and it was 50-50, it could go a lot of ways, and so that was a situation of, there were a lot of, I was in LA that day for the Emmys, and there were a lot of phone calls being made, and it was a big day.
Is your dream to program a huge network one day?
You know what?
Like
I have
NBC
to say,
or ABC.
So you asked me a little while ago, would you rather be on the air, whatever.
Rather be on the air.
I am. What I'm getting to do every night live on Bravo at 11 o'clock.
You're
it's
happy.
So cool. It is so cool. And the idea.
What is your day like? You do this show at 11 o'clock at night?
You're up at what time to be an executive?
How are you programming a network?
Well, my job has changed. Has changed. So I am now only, in terms of my production duties at Bravo, I'm still an EP of All the Housewives. I'm still an EP of Top Chef. I'm working on Around the World with 80 Plates, which is premiering tomorrow night, which is Amazing Race meets Top Chef.
But don't you have to prepare all day for your talk show?
No. I have to. I mean, I'm always emailing with my team, and I talk to them every day. I mean, we're always talking about the next day, and I'm always in contact with them.
When do you go to the gym to work out?
I work out 4 or 5 days a week at around 11 in the morning.
Right.
Then on 2 or 3 days a week, I go into 30 Rock to Bravo for development meetings, pitch meetings, program planning meetings, stuff I have to do at Bravo.
You are busy.
Then I have to be at my show around 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
And then I'm you know what the problem is? I'm having sleep issues.
Yeah, well, I was
going to
ask you, what are you taking,
my
Ambien
sleep
now?
is so fucked up. No, I'm not taking Ambien.
Don't.
I won't. My problem is that and it's tough right now because I have the book and I'm doing a lot of press for the book, and this is my I'm so excited to be here.
I'm glad to have you.
Say that enough, really. So this was a thing that I was like, if there's any way I can get on Howard Stern,
I was curious
so
to talk
excited.
to you. I'm fascinated.
But
you're having sleep issues.
I'm having sleep issues, and what's happening is that I'm having a hard time falling asleep because I get off the air, and you get off the air,
and you're all revved up.
You're all revved up.
It's very difficult.
So I get off the air. It's live. So I hang out with my team. We have a cocktail.
Doing the wrong
And by
thing.
the way, we drink on my show. I mean, that's the other
You
thing.
gotta put yourself
Cocktails are served
Are you
on my
becoming an
show.
alcoholic?
I'm not becoming an alcoholic, but I need to watch it because, I have to drink a fake drink on my show every so often because it's like Dean Martin used to drink fake drink. Oh, this is the other thing. Like I was in Miami a couple weeks ago. I'm at the pool, 11 a.m. Everyone's sending me drinks because it's like
They think you drink.
Oh, it's fun guy who wants to get drunk
But you're
with us.
drinking every night now, and you're drinking.
I'm not drinking every night. I'm not drinking every night.
But you're drinking a lot more than you used to.
You know what? I always drink a lot, to tell you the truth.
What do you drink?
I
Wine?
drink now. I drink either Maker's Mark and ginger ale, or I drink.
Wow, that got
I
a
drink
reaction.
Fresca and tequila.
Oh,
Fresquila, which is really good.
Fresquila.
It's Fresquila.
Nice.
It's kind of low cal because of
Watch
the
it.
Fresca.
That'll turn you into a bottom. I drink Fresquila.
You won't be a true
bossy
blood
bottom.
for very
A
much
bossy
longer.
bottom.
They still make Fresca?
It's harder to find,
Yeah.
and don't ever try to order it like in a bar or something. But
Right.
I'm going to open a Fresquila stand. Anyway, so the show is so fucking fun, and I want you to come on it sometime.
I'm too big for your show.
Yeah,
Andy
we
will be
get
signing.
big people, by
Not
the
as
way.
big as me. If I was in love with you and we were a couple,
Yeah.
and I said to you, look, I need you to be a bottom for me once in a while. If
We
you were
would talk about it.
really in love with me, would you do it?
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Am I grotesque to you? Am I gross?
Are you gross to me?
Yeah, I mean, you could never have sex with me, right?
Is he like a woman? No.
No, am I disgusting?
I mean, are you disgusting?
Yeah, like, could you ever blow me or make love to me?
If I was shit-faced, maybe.
Yeah. Am I really that gross?
No, you're not gross.
I am.
No.
How come no gay men are attracted to me?
I don't know that no gay men are attracted
I couldn't
to
be
you.
gay. I would never have sex. No one would have sex with me. What, am I that unattractive,
No,
Andy?
you're attractive.
Who are you? Who is your type? Clooney?
I love an Aryan.
All
First
right.
of all, I
So it's
love like a very blonde,
like a Sam Champion
but also
type?
I'm down with the swirl. I love a
What does that
black
mean?
guy.
Oh,
down
yeah?
with the swirl.
Is that your thing?
No, I'm saying I'm very open. I love a JFK Jr.
Wow.
Like a very handsome
JFK Jr.
Jewish man. Yes, my mom would be very happy
So in
if
other
I
words,
found a
you want
JFK Jr.
You want a pretty guy.
I like an attractive guy. I like someone that has something going on.
Name someone famous that's attractive
Someone
to you.
famous.
Yeah,
that's
because why? I must be gross.
No, you're not gross.
You just said you would never fuck me unless you were really drunk.
Well, I mean,
it's an insult.
Is it?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it is. It hurts. It hurts.
I'm sorry.
If I bent over now and you would not even be sexually attracted. Well,
You'd
if you
walk
saw me,
right by.
I gotta
That's
tell
all
you,
I'm looking
if you
for.
saw me naked, you would go to women.
Really?
Yeah. Who's sexier to you, Obama or Romney?
That's a good question.
Romney's got those classic good looks.
Maybe
But
you,
he's so stiff.
but maybe you hate fuck him.
Right. No,
Romney.
but I'm saying.
Like an angry.
Angry fuck.
Angry.
So you're more attracted to Romney than Obama. I'm talking physically.
Right.
Yeah.
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 I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, he's a pretty boy, that Romney. Listen, Andy, we could do this all day.
Yes.
But, of course, all good things must come to an
Yes,
end.
they must.
Andy Cohen, he's got the new book, Most Talkative. He makes a good point. Your wife or your mother watches all of the Bravo programming.
Absolutely.
And my show every night live at 11, Sunday through Thursday.
These women really do. They do.
do.
Andy's book, Most Talkative, it's in stores Today, front lines of pop culture on sale today.
Yes, it's funny fucking stories. It is.
It's good stuff, and Andy knows women, and he understands men. He's a man of the people, and that's it. Great having you on.
True blood.
You're a true blood. He's never made love to a woman. Although I don't believe
blood
it.
or pure blood?
Oh, pure blood.
Pure
blood. I don't know.
I made it up and I forgot it already.
I have to say, my head of development, Eli, is so excited that I'm here. And my friend Tom from high school.
What's happening, brother?
Yeah.
Andy, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Robin will do the news for us right after these words.
Thank you so much.
We talked so long.
That was
so commercial breaks, but it's a lot of fun. I'm really
Thank you very much
about that whole progression.
Yes, I'm so glad I got to tell that story because that's how it happened. And everywhere I go, they're like, "Oh, you gave yourself your own show." I'm like, "It's not possible."
No, yeah. Well, no, it evolves.
Yes.
You know, and people don't understand that.
Yeah.
But you know what? We were saying before you came in.
Yeah.
That. Like every program director we ever knew in radio would always create these shows. Ask the program.
Sunday night.
Sunday night. And, and all of them were horrible.
Right.
But they all wanted to be on the air. And that's what happened. So, it's a very typical thing. And most of them, they can't even sustain that.
Yes.
So the fact that you succeeded at it.
Thank you.
Most program directors are failed jocks.
Right.
So they all want to be on the air.
Right.
So they always.
Pleasure to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Robin.
Thank you for coming in.
This was
How
great.
are you still single? What's going on here?
I got it. You know what? I had a. How often do you fall in love in your life? Is the question. I've been in love twice. So.
That's it.
Well, no, that's not it. It will come
You're
along.
too busy.
My bar is high. It's not I'm busy. When I meet the person, it's going to happen.
I'm going to introduce you to somebody.
All right. Oh, wow.
Andy, could we take a couple quick
set
pictures?
you up.
Awesome, thanks. Right there, perfect. Take a couple without splash.
Andy needs to fall in love.
I do.
That's his problem.
Two more, huh? One.
I do. It's the last piece.
We don't want you alone.
1, 2, 3.
Andy, you were great on the air. You did a great job, really,
Thanks.
and it was wonderful having you here.
Thank you.
It was an easy day for me between Sasha and you.
Yeah,
so it
right.
makes it
Thank
easy.
you.
Thanks again.
Thanks,
Andy. Good luck.
Thanks,
with
you
that.
guys.
Maybe I'll
Bye.
see you this summer in the Hamptons.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Andy.
Thanks. Yeah.
You go from being a fan to on that famous couch. What was it like for you?
Oh my God, it was so great. I mean, that was very fun. I'm interested to talk to my publicist to see what she's scared about that I said, but that was great. I mean, that was, and I have to say, you saw me when I walked in here. I was so fucking tired. That was so fun and exciting, and I love the guy.
It woke you up more than the tea ever could.
It did. It definitely did. It definitely did. It was great. It was easy.
Did it measure up in your, as to what maybe your preconceived thoughts were? What was it going to be like?
I think I was nervous that I was going to really have to talk more about sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really glad that we talked a lot about TV, and but I thought it was great.
Hey, good morning, Sasha.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Not bad. A little tired.
Yeah, this is
Can't delay for a few hours, can we?
quite an early appearance. Right
Yes,
this way,
exactly. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you.
Sasha, I just wanted to ask you, it's been a long time since you've been on Howard's show, not in character or
Yes, when was that? Was that about 8 years ago?
I believe.
Yeah,
almost
I've
10,
avoided it for almost 10 years.
You can't. No Borat, no Bruno.
Yes.
Just you and Howard.
Beginning to. Should I regret this? Bad decision?
No.
We'll see. We'll see.
Howard's a big fan of yours.
Yes, and likewise, it's mutual. It's mutual. I've been a fan of his for almost 20 years. I saw him in England actually about 17 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you admire about him?
Well, he's totally ballsy, totally courageous, says what he thinks, and he's probably the best in the world at what he does. I think that's what I admire, you know, and that's why I'm here today as me, because he's the best guy out there.
All right, I'll let you get to Howard.
All right, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Bye.
Do you want to go over these notes now?
I think so.
The movie was originally supposed to open on Friday, the 11th. They pushed it back because that Dark Shadows movie, that Johnny Depp movie, is opening on Friday, and they didn't want it to compete. So now it's opening Wednesday, the 16th.
Oh, so that's next week.
Next Wednesday, yeah. It's kind of a weird day to open, but
it's probably smart because then maybe Avengers will slow down a little.
Yeah, maybe. I know that it was because they didn't want to compete against Dark Shadows. The Ryan Seacrest story you probably want to get into, dumping the ashes on him. Brian Grazer said he had to meet with him, before the show started, just to make sure he wasn't going to do anything stupid at the ceremony. He originally wasn't allowed to go to the Oscars, and they let him go. The rest of that's just kind of shtick. I thought he was coming in as that character. That's why I put that stuff in there. He's going to play Freddie Mercury in this Queen movie.
Wow, I can see that.
Yeah. The next quote there is from a guy from Paparazzi saying that he's such a pain in the ass they almost don't. They try not to shoot him.
Where is that? I remember reading it.
The quote on the bottom right here. That page just looked at. Yeah, that last quote. Yep. A comedy writer saying how he's relentless. He writes, all the time. And when you write for him, he expects a lot from you. He wants 100 ideas a day, and he'll take 2 maybe if you're lucky. He was in Hugo.
Do you want to ask him anything about Jonah Hill, about like what it's like to call Jonah Hill and say, "Hey, give me some ideas," but not really pay him? I thought that was funny. Like you just call a guy. I mean, it's being collaborative. I get it.
Yeah.
He said Scorsese was great. He'd listen to any of his ridiculous ideas and even try some of them. He was supposed to present at the 2010 Oscars, but they were worried he was going to offend James Cameron with his Avatar skit, so they scrapped it.
That's interesting, isn't it?
It's obnoxious. He was also supposed to host the Academy Awards in 2010, but they were worried he's going to be too crazy. They gave it to Steve Martin and Alec Baldwin. He spoke Hebrew the entire time. Borat. He's supposed to be pretty hardcore Jewish. His wife converted to Judaism.
See, I heard them at the restaurant. I was sitting almost at the next table,
Yeah.
and it sounded like they were speaking in Hebrew, but she's not.
She studied.
No, but she converted.
Yeah, but go fucking learn Hebrew.
Well,
you
look,
should
she
try it
did.
one day. I mean, it's fucking hard.
Well, you know who's here? Sacha Baron Cohen, who I'm his #1 fan.
Who was Bruno and
Borat, and now he's the dictator. And I want to thank him for coming in as Sacha Baron Cohen. There was discussion whether he should be the dictator. And I'm excited to see him as Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha in.
There he is. Wheel him in. Hey, Sacha. I'm such a fan.
Thank you very much. Likewise.
You know, I'm glad you're here as Sacha
Really?
and not the dictator. Because the part of me wanted to interview the dictator.
Yes, yeah.
Because I've seen the movie. I've told Robin how great it is. It's hysterical.
Hi there.
Good morning. How are you?
And I love your whole political point of view. The movies have intelligence, but they're funny. And
thank you, man.
And you certainly take a lot of risks, which I certainly admire. But it's to me, you are such a more fascinating guy than even because to interview a character. I mean, what am I going to ask the dictator? He's not a real guy, right?
You do pretty well. I mean, I've come in here 3 times in character, I think.
That's true. Are you nervous about the movie opening?
Not really, no. I mean, you mean in terms of how well it's going to do?
Box office.
I think there's kind of this obsession with box office now. I mean, when I was growing up, I never knew what movies did, what was the #1 movie. And
Right.
now it's all about a movie's good if it's a huge hit. Where
every week you get a grade.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, you want to make a good movie. You've got no idea whether people are going to want to go and see it.
But does the
You
whole
hope they do.
process drive you insane? Like Paramount Pictures made a 3-picture deal with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's a big thing in your life. I mean, when would you ever have imagined you'd be up to
Yeah, it's absurd.
It's absurd. It's
what a waste of money. Unbelievable. Who are these idiots?
No, I mean, you've got a pretty good track record.
Yeah.
I mean, and so you have this 3-picture deal with Paramount. You want to please them. They've put up the money for this movie.
Yeah.
And I think also I don't know about you.
You'd like to continue to make movies.
But my entire self-esteem is wrapped up in how things do. It's not a healthy place to be, but I'm just wondering how healthy you are. Can you walk away if a film is a flop and just say, oh, fuck it, it's a flop?
Ask me in a week and a half. I mean,
but you went along with moving the opening date, which I thought was smart.
Yes.
Because this is a movie that deserves to have a weekend to itself.
Yes, exactly. Well, we're in the summer, so you have no one's got a weekend to themselves. And luckily we moved away because The Avengers is probably the biggest film of all time.
Yeah, and if you open this weekend, you're dealing with still the Avengers are on a mad tear.
Yes.
And every kid is going to go see the Avengers, and every family is going to go see them. And then there's another movie opening.
There's Johnny Depp is opening this weekend.
In the Addams Family? Or what is
it looks a little bit like Doc